I can swim. Just can't walk or dress myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Salute, 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 and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now, so we're getting deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know I got to do it if you saw the thumbnail. You know we finna go in on some elephants and some donkeys. It's all the wild tether coons. Oh, we gonna have to deal with a whole zoo over here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are. Y'all knew that some of these shenanigans that's been going on in and out news soccer here lately, you know, I wasn't gonna let it get away. Oh, we finna deal with it all over here tonight. I'm gonna piss a whole bunch of people off. I'm gonna piss vote blue no matter who people are off. I'm gonna piss the vote red instead people off. I'm gonna piss off the tether class. Notice I said tether class. I'm gonna piss all of them off tonight. Tether class, all of y'all. They're gonna come after me like a super villain. Damn mafia or something. They coming tonight. They're gonna have to come because see, I keep telling them as far as the tethers, if you don't want us to check your tethers, you better get them before we do. If you don't say nothing, then damn it, we will. And as far as the vote blue, no matter who crowd, because you got to be insane at this point to be talking about supporting Jim Crow Joe Biden and the vote red instead crowd. We getting you straight too. Don't think that just because we're holding these Democrats accountable that means we're going to just hop over to your side and vote with no tangibles. It's just not going to happen, okay? Now, some people will vote for the Cheeto man. Some people will choose the couch. But it's going to have to be some tangibles discussed if you want to get the greater majority of Black America's votes. Go ahead and get that understood and clear. But, ladies and gentlemen, I got two new sponsors here that's going to make you die laughing here tonight. Oh, man. Some of you, if you follow me on X, you probably already have an idea what I'm going to show you over here. And some of you probably don't. I'm going to say this to you. And salute to the good sister Sakina Collins for the cash out. People already showing love. Thank you very much, my sister. I appreciate you. But people, just in case you haven't, prepared yourself or hadn't had a good laugh, I'll give my disclaimer because first I was just playing these sponsors without disclaimers. I have to give one, though, for some of them, okay? So, disclaimer number one, for one of them. Don't eat and drink, one, because it's funny, and it's kind of, you don't want to eat and drink while watching and listening to this, okay? So that's just one of them. The second one, I'm going to warn you if you a fan of this light-skinned person here, you know, that he's an athlete, it's going to make you mad, but you're going to laugh, and you're going to be mad at me because I made you laugh about it, okay? When I see funny stuff on the internet, if I see it, damn it, I got to share it with y'all. That's what friends are for, okay? So just give me a disclaimer about that. And we're also going to be taking care of two other issues before we get into the meat of tonight's subject matter. Now, before I go ahead and greet all of you in the chat room, yes, PukeTube has been messing with the channel. They started age restricting a whole bunch of my stuff. That's why you don't see a lot of stuff on there. I'm getting ahead of them before they can get it started. I know exactly who's behind it, what they're trying to do, but I got a trick for them. And that's going to be to be announced shortly there. So just in case you're wondering, yes, all the old stuff will be available. Some of it'll be on Patreon, some of it'll be over here. Not going to say which is what, but just stay tuned. And one more announcement. A lot of you, as you know I have a second channel. I'm going to start doing something different with that channel. I'm not going to announce it just yet until I get everything set up, but just know if you're not already subscribed to my second channel, okay, GBS Black Ocean, y'all should know it by now. And I will put it up on the community tab after the broadcast in case not. Might want to go ahead and be subscribed over there because we're going to have some surprises over there. It's going to be different type of content, but it's going to be something that those of us in the space that are about it will enjoy. It's long overdue. I've always said when you see a void in something or something's missing, don't wait for somebody else to do it. You see it, it was meant for you to create it. That's how I've always been trying to think. Now that we've gotten the church announcements out the way, let me scroll up and greet my esteemed guests in the building. Let's see who I see here. I see Jason Ferreira in the building. Devin Haley is in here. I see you this time, sister. What's going on? Patricia Jenkins, the wonderful and intelligent librarian. A little country lamb is joining us tonight. Old grandma in the building. I love that name. Seven Scales. What's going on, my brother? Derek Parker's in here. I see Sakina in here. Let's see a Goddess Navy in the fabulous role. My good brother Michael Williams joining us. Only Pamela's way in here. V Moss being the fabulous legs. Sister, I don't care what you say. I think you was a runway model at some point. You know, yeah, because she's kind of shy, y'all. Listen, I know you had to be a runway model. I'm going to find you if you're in some magazines or something. Man, boy, y'all just don't understand. Those legs are absolute. But look, let me say something, man. I don't care who get angry or whatever, boy. It ain't nothing like sisters over here in our Western Hemisphere, okay? It ain't nothing like that. No disrespect to anybody in any other part of the world, but you gotta love our women from all lineages, okay? Especially the ones that's not around here chasing Zaddy and buck dancing, okay? So shout out to all you lovely sisters that are in here. Salute to my good brother D. Foster in the building. Charles Gibson is joining us. My good brother Bruce. And salute and welcome to anyone else that'll be joining us in attendance here tonight. Now, just in case you are gonna say I didn't warn you, get ready for the first of two sponsors that we have here. Now, I'm going to say it one more time. Give you a couple seconds. If you're eating or drinking, put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down. Some of you are going to laugh and love this, and some of you are going to hate me. But see, I'm going to tell you once again, like the good sister Dionne Warwick said, y'all know where we're going with this. What is it called? What's the song? That's what friends are for. If I saw it, you got to see it. That's right. I'm just saying, man, I can't be traumatized on the internet alone. So I'm going to take you out with me. So with that being said, we're going to play the first of our sponsors here. Oh, yes. This is courtesy of our good brother, Super Ray. Let me tell you something. This is the new summer bop right here, okay? I don't care what y'all say. You're going to hate this, but you're going to be jamming it in your cars everywhere. You're going to be like, damn, GPS, you got this crap stuck in my head. It is what it is. I heard it, now you got to hear it. Shout out to the brother Super Ray. Boy, you a fool for this one, man. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play this, and be warned, I already told you to put your food and drink down. Let's get into it.
Hand of my food, go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go on, still do. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, go on, do what you do. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, bitch, do what you do. Nigga, do what you do. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, put your foot in my food. Go ahead, put your foot in my food. Nigga, do what you do. Go ahead, cut your food up. Cut the food up, get real fucking rude, bro. Go ahead, cut the food up, with your foot up. Go ahead, bring the flies up. I don't give a fuck, fried up. Go ahead, bitch, fried up. Cut the flies up. I don't give a fuck, fried up. Yeah, bitch, just a lip tonight and get it flipped tonight.
Nasty bitch.
Some of them going to sleep. Fuck God!
What the hell is that? What the hell is this? What the hell?
I'm sorry, but you got to go. Get out or get carried out. I ain't going nowhere. You said I was a temp for life. How about that promise, huh? You ain't no temptation no more. You ain't the same without me. Shelly, tell him. Tell him that you ain't the same without me.
Please show Mr. Ruffin the way out.
Oh man, listen, man. I look, the stuff that come across my feed on X, if I see it, you got to see it too. How many of y'all want to hear the song again though? Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. Come on, admit it. As gross as what you saw was, and this is why I tell y'all, don't you let these disrespectful tellers come over here from places like India, okay? Shout out Vivek Ramaswamy, okay? Dinesh D'Souza and all the rest of you, Nikki Nimrata Haley. Don't you let these people come over here and disrespect us. You see what kind of uncivilized madness? But admit it though, the song was jamming now. Look, just close your eyes away from the field and just listen to the music. Bob your head, sway back and forth. Summertime is all about good music. So in the spirit of summer music, one more time. Y'all want to see it one more time? Y'all want to hear it one more time, family? Y'all want to hear it one more time? Y'all want to hear it one more time? I mean, I'll leave it up to y'all, man. We can jump straight into the business of tonight's broadcast. or we can, get you in the spirit here. Get a little rhythms in your body. Let me know in the chat room. Y'all want to hear it one more time? Okay, I'm looking. We count votes. This is audience participation over here. Yes, we are live broadcasting. Okay. I see 2 yeses. All right, I'm looking down. Let me see what else I see over here. Okay. How many other people want to hear it one more time? We need a couple more. Let's sound out. Let me know. I'm watching. Let me see how many. Oh, wait a minute. What happened to the chat room? Okay. Pull it back up. Yeah, Puke Tube is mad at you, boy. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the chat room. All right, then. In the spirit of good music, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play this thing one more again for y'all.
Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go on, still do. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, go on, do what you do. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, bitch, do what you do. Nigga, do what you do. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, wash your hand of my food. Wash your hand of my food. Go ahead, put your foot in my food. Go ahead, put your foot in my food. Nigga, do what you do. Go ahead, cut your food up. Cut the food up, get real fucking rude, bro. Go ahead, cut the food up, with your foot up. Go ahead, bring the flies up. I don't give a fuck, fried up. Go ahead, bitch, fried up. Cut the flies up. I don't give a fuck, fried up. Yeah, bitch, just a lip tonight and get it flipped tonight.
Nasty bitch.
Some of them going to sleep. Fuck God!
What the hell is that? What the hell is this? What the hell?
Oh man, listen, man. Look. I understand my audience. Y'all go through a lot out here in Black America, and we have the right to laugh and enjoy our lives like anybody else. Try to put a little humor in these things with it from time to time for y'all, okay? And, we piss people off. But hey, look, this is what I was told about people being pissed off, okay? Right now, no matter where in the world you are, it could be your time to be pissed off. So sometimes you just got to be there, okay? We can't please everybody, nor do we try over here, okay? It is what it is. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. Don't ever come back, okay? Some people get mad. Type in the chat, I'm unsubscribing. Bye, motherfucker. Shit, don't announce it. We won't miss you. I don't think nobody in my chat room will miss you if you leave. Okay? For those that take that sentiment. Anyway, first order of business before we get into tonight's main subject matter. I want to deal with something, family, because it's actually something that is very, very, very disturbing in our community. And with my platform, it is my responsibility when I see these things to do my part to correct these types of mishaps, misinformation, and mistake. Okay, so now I want to direct your attention to the screen. Okay, I want you to take a good look at this white guy on the screen. Now, before I tell you who he is and why I've got him up here, does anybody recognize this guy? Okay, I want some chat room participation. Give you a couple seconds to see if you recognize this guy. Somebody tell me. Salute to the good brother Rashawn for the cash out. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. But does anybody recognize the white man on the screen here? Take a good look at him, okay? Because I know I have a very smart audience. Some of you might know exactly who he is. And if you know who he is, you probably know what I'm about to address. Now, some of you be like, who in the hell is this alabaster man up here at GBS? And don't feel bad if you don't know who he is, because, hey, we don't keep up with them day and night like they keep up with us, okay? But if y'all don't know who he is, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, okay? Who you're looking at on the screen here, fact of business, let me go ahead and slide it up so that you can see who he is. Who you looking at on the screen here? This is the past president and Portland Bureau of Environmental Services. Now, as you can see, fact of business, let me make sure that you can see. Enhance this a little bit. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make this a lot bigger so you can see who this gentleman is. All right, let me know if you can see that on the screen there. I wanted to make it a little bit bigger so everybody's with me as we read along here, okay? And everybody see okay. Give me a thumbs up in the chat room if you can see okay. Want to make sure that we get this right, and we're going to put this foolishness to bed. And I'm about to explain why it's important that we review this, okay? Can everybody see the name on the picture here? Can everybody see it? All right. In the thumbs up. Salute to you, Tasha Peters, good sister. I see you as well. Okay. Let's read this, because I just told you what his title is. Now, you see his name is Michael J. Jordan. Past president, he became director of the Portland Bureau of Environmental Services in June of 2015 before joining Environmental Services, and that's his position, basically. Okay. Now, family, in case you didn't put it together yet, this white guy right here, his name is Michael J. Jordan. But for a long time, I think about 2014, there's been this stupid myth going around that Michael Jordan, the basketball player, is this guy who owns shares in private prisons. That is a lie from the pit of hell. It's been debunked many times, but I saw the lie come back up in a podcast. In fact, the business, it was on my good brother Tariq Nasheed's X Space, and it was a goofy up there trying to put that out there. Now, why am I bringing this up? And it was a goofy in the chat room on the premiere trying to bring it up. Now, why am I bringing this up? Let me tell you something, family. You got a segment of black folks in our community. They'll go and hang out in these white troll spaces where they just say any damn thing. You know, kind of like the ones that are on that bullshit about Michelle Obama is Michael Obama. That kind of stupid shit. Let me tell you something. I don't really have much tolerance for that, but here's why it's a greater issue, family. Right now, at this critical hour of our history, at this juncture, we don't have time for that type of stupidity. I want y'all to become masters of learning how to research. If anything this channel has taught you over the years, it's taught you to be a good student of history and research, okay? A simple Google search to fact check that would have proven that was debunked. But see, let me tell you why you have to take it seriously in like spaces where there's a lot of us congregated. A lot of these white supremacists and their little tether flunkies that they'll send over into our spaces, they send people over into new black media spaces with the wrong information. Now, here's the problem with our community, okay, the Black American community. A lot of times when somebody just say some stupid shit and nobody corrects it, it take off like wildfire. And the sad thing about it is nobody stops to say, wait a minute, whoa. Let's verify this. Let's do some fact checking. Let's make sure we're accurate on the statement, okay? Because, see, it's a running joke with the white supremacists when that happens. That's why I'm such a hard case on people spelling things correctly in my chat room, because if you're going to communicate properly, people have to know what the hell you're talking about, okay? And then the other running joke is they actually do think that a lot of people in new black media spaces just don't have no damn common sense. You just tell a nigga anything, okay? That's what they think, all right? And the little goofy tethers, they actually do believe the stuff over there. See, that's the difference between them and us. They actually believe everything white daddy and white mommy say. I'm going to tell you like my great-grandfather told everybody in the family, if them folks pink, thin, earthworm lips is moving, then they lying. You better quadruple and quintuple check everything that they tell you, okay? So just to clear it up, you can do your own research on this. Let me pull his name up here again. His name is Michael J. Jordan, and to give you some further research, because I don't even want you to take my word for me debunking this bullshit, okay? This guy is in Oregon, okay? Look that up. Michael J. Jordan in Oregon. That's the one that owns the private prison stars, not Michael Jordan, the basketball player, okay? Now, Michael Jordan has been said over years, he's been many things. Some people have called him an asshole, this, that, the third. That may very well be true. But what's not true is that he owns stock in private prisons, okay? So, fact of business, I'm going to tell you something. Hold on, let me put where I got this from. I'm putting this in the chat room. I'm going to put it in here 3 times. Bunking that damn stupid ass myth so to give you a basis to go on. And like I said, don't even just take my word for it. You look that up for yourself. See, sometimes what white supremacists do to further explain this before we move on, if somebody has the same name and they think you're stupid enough, you know what I'm saying, not to do any fact checking, they'll pull a little crap like this. That's the inside joke, okay? That's what they do. And I'm here to make sure that my people are smarter than that. Okay, I want my people looking like no damn fools out here because some idiot was hanging out in their spaces and then just catch diarrhea at the mouth and just say anything for clicks and views. Okay, and it wasn't Brother Tariq's fault. He didn't catch it all, I'm sure. But see, Have y'all ever noticed something? Let me ask the brothers and the sisters gathered here in my chat room this question. Have you ever noticed that in a lot of these X spaces and you know, different platforms where people, you know, allow people to come up, I'm going to tell you what's starting to really kind of disturb me, because I'm from a different era. As you know, I'm a Gen Xer, old school, ex-military. Let me tell you something. What's starting to disturb me is when I see dudes coming up to these spaces where grown men are talking, and ladies, you know where I'm going with this. They come up to these spaces where grown men are talking about business, trying to handle serious issues, and they just come in giggling like little old schoolgirls. Y'all hear them? I mean, what the fuck is that? Look, man, fellas, you know that if we're in a barbershop, on a basketball court, in the weight room, gym, whatever, just shooting a breeze somewhere, we cracking jokes, man. That's a masculine laugh. When did all these little old sassy Negroes come into these spaces? Sound just like little bitches. Just tickle pink. Damn, man. Oh, tickle me Elmo motherfuckers, man. Let me tell y'all something, fellas. We got to hold the line. We cannot surrender. Masculinity is under attack. And I'm going to tell you something. It's up to us as men. When we see that shit, I don't care what space is in, we're going to have to clamp down on that and call that. Hey, man, what you laughing like a little bitch for? Ain't nothing funny. Just come in spaces trolling and shit. We're going to have to shut that down, fellas. I'm just saying, man, it's time out for that, man. We got serious grown folks business to take care of, okay? And then all that giggling and laughing and trolling and just saying stupid shit for the sake of, let me tell y'all something about that on a serious note. When everything does go down, them better be the motherfuckers that you the furthest away from. Look, wherever they at, you don't want to be. Trust me, okay? Those are the idiots that are not going to make it because they wake up every day trying to figure out how they can play. All they do is spend waking moment to time they go to sleep playing all day long. This is not a time to play in the hour of our history, ladies and gentlemen, regarding the things that we have to take care of in Black America, okay? So that's the first order of business I want to go ahead and get out the way. The second order of business, okay? Because this is not germane to the main thing that we're going to be discussing here tonight, but it is important nonetheless because I'm going to make a brief statement on it. Let me enhance this so everybody can see what this is. A lot of you that follow all that entertainment news, you probably already know what you're looking at. So let me further enhance this so you can see who this is and where it came from. Now, if you look at the screen here, a lot of you know that Drake, or as I call him, Kate, who goes by the online name on Instagram of Champagne Poppy. This is a photo that he posted here. And as you all know, Rick Ross is up in Canada, got into an altercation with some Hells Angels. So now, this is the photo that old Kate posted, all right? Now, I'm going to make a point with this. Let me enhance this because I want you to see this, okay? This is from Kate's Instagram story, okay? So I don't give the little white boy no respect. Let me first address the situation with Rick Ross real quickly. See, I don't care whether you Rick Ross or just the average brother or sister, but we're going to keep it focused on the men. When you step into somebody else's house, their territory, you better act like you know where you at. Now, unless you well connected in a certain area, you can't be stomping around like you own the goddamn place. Now, I'm not faulting Rick Ross so much for him playing a song or what have you, but what I am going to fault him for is, I'm going to say this to Rick Ross and anybody else. Listen, dog, if you going to have security with you, you better have them goons, man. You can't have little fuck boys that just run around talking about how tough they are. Then when some shit hit the fan, y'all saw the results of that video. They got their ass whooped by some white boys at that in Canada. Now, I'm not saying it's all punks in Canada, but I'm just saying. And see, here's the thing. They weren't no ordinary white boys. Let's be clear about the Hells Angels. Let me tell you something right now. These other little goofy redneck groups, yeah, they all mouth. Them Hells Angels, them motherfuckers are certified. If you start some shit with one of them, you're going to have problems with all of them. You hear me? I'm telling you what I know, not what I think. So in Rick Ross's case, when he found out what that was, man, hey, that was the time you supposed to have them things if necessary. It shouldn't have never been no situation where, man, you got these little old dudes that be hanging on that all they know how to do is smoke weed and hang around you hoping that they can get the fuck some leftover pussy. Them niggas are useless, man. Ain't nowhere in the hell I would roll like that. So I'm just saying, Ross, man, you better tighten up, dude. That ain't how you roll. I'm talking to all of y'all, man. You know, these athletes, entertainers, actors, whatever it is, you better make sure the dudes that's rolling with you, they're just to spend bread. You better make sure they about the business, man. Shit, if they not actual executive security, you be like, hey, man, if you gonna be hanging around, motherfucker, I need to see you in the gym. Let's get on this heavy bag. Let me see what kind of self-defense skills you got. Don't have your little goofy friends around that just run their damn mouth because they useless in a fight. In a real world situation, you better have people that's bought that action. And I'm going to tell you the first sign for me that let me know that somebody ain't bought that action if you're doing more talking than swinging. At a certain point, once a certain amount of space is closed and threats is being made, it really ain't supposed to be too much said before you get down to it. When I start seeing folk standing around bumping their guns and shit, I'm like, oh, this nigga here ain't ready. He's soft. That's my observation. Now let's get on cake. The Hells Angels is a white supremacist organization, okay? They allow some white Hispanics into the gang, but very few, but there ain't gonna never be no black people in there, okay? These are stomped down, hardcore white supremacists. They are dangerous, okay? These are domestic terrorists, all right? Their gang ranges from the continental United States on up to Canada and parts of the UK, I understand, all right? You motherfuckers are international, and they are not broke, and they are very dangerous. If you cross paths with one of these motherfuckers, you better be prepared to put that son of a bitch down, and a couple more of these folks, okay? See, I shoot straight with you over here. See, that entertainer bullshit and all that, yeah, you can write little rhymes and say little cute shit, but when it's time for the shit to hit the fan, if you ain't really bought that action shit, that's what happened to you. Huh? See, let me talk to my people further on this because, see, this is why I ain't never really fucked with Drake like that because I got to say it. I'm not going to say all of you because I know I have biracial people over here that listen to my channel. Y'all ain't nothing but solid and on code. But for a lot of them like Cake, let me tell you a warning sign you better watch out for. And I'm not the only one that has said this. When you see these biracial dudes and chicks that they trying to lean so hard into something and to have an identity that they really not from, you better watch them because I've always told y'all this. It's not the certified gang member that's the most dangerous. It's the motherfucker that's the wannabe, like a Cake, et cetera, because he ain't the only one. Those are the dangerous ones, especially when they biracial like that because they identify more with that white side. If you start seeing the little goofy stuff they do and you know that's not a part of Black America, who that tell you they identify with? See, it was always signs there that old Cake was pretty much over there rolling with them folks. Look at this goofy behavior. There's certain jokes in Black America that we don't make. We don't play like certain things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you are my lineage, you understand. For example, I'll give you one brief example. Most heterosexual foundational Black American men, we don't play nothing with nothing. And as far as like any type of LGBT joke situation, we not painting our fingernails, none of that shit. When you start to see that goofy shit like that, they telling you who they identify with as far as Cake is concerned, all right? So I'm just saying, man, you know, Ross, you better tighten up with your crew, man. You better keep all them boys with you. They need to go to training camp, and you better get you some real goons around you if you got them. If you're going to be rolling out of the country and doing certain things. Now, as far as pertains to Cake, oh, Cake, you done fucked up now, buddy. Cake, let me tell you, boy, and you should already know, if you don't stay in Canada, you better not ever go down to Miami. It's on now, buddy. Shit, from what I hear, yeah, you can't really go back over to LA. So it's like your best bet if you come in here to the United States, you better stay in the Midwest somewhere. And I ain't gonna count them brothers and sisters out neither, because they might want you too. It's done went to a whole nother level. And I kind of understand why, J. Cole was like, hey man, I don't want no parts of stuff when all that first started out. And I respect them for that. Because see, these things like this, let me tell you something. When it comes to people's egos, when between men, people can get hurt if that go a certain way. So I'm gonna leave that alone right there, and we're gonna go ahead and get into what we got discussed. I just wanted to go ahead and comment on it. because I like, man, when I saw that, I was like, man, who these little old goofy dudes that he with, man? Then when the little Icarus dude swung on him, first of all, that should have been his first sign that the white boys were no ordinary clowns, man. Because if they gonna swing on you, that means, okay, either they strapped or they well connected like that. But see, when you got a bunch of little goofies and all they do is just smoke pot all day, weed and get high, they don't recognize nothing about no situational awareness. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be professional security with a peep game on that situation way before we even got to that point. But I'm going to leave it alone, man. Hopefully Ross and the boys know what they're doing. But family, we got to discuss what we're going to get into here tonight, because got one more thing to show you. And this was on X, on my X in particular. I want to make sure that you can see this, because a lot of you probably saw this tweet that I made, okay? This was made about 4 days ago. Kamami, when I saw this pop up in my feed, now I don't follow the helper, but when I saw this, I was like, oh no, I got to get you for this. Oh, Kamami made this tweet, and she said, here's what will happen if Donald Trump wins this year's election. Here we go with the boogeyman talk. More abortion bans, more pain and suffering, less freedom. We deserve better. First of all, who the fuck is the we? All this French. So now when the shark saw this, I was going to chew that ass up. And on the right-hand side of the screen, this is what I told Kamami. I said, you can't use Donald Trump as a boogeyman. Black America doesn't need abortion as birth control. We don't. Black America is already suffering. Black America already has less freedom. Black America deserves better. No tangibles, no vote. 2024. Now, family, is it quite clear that when I made this tweet, I was speaking on issues pertaining to foundational Black American freedmen, right? I'm pretty sure everybody over here knows that, yes? Well, guess what happened next? Oh, let me take this down, because see, some of these alabasters, boy, they just don't know who they dealing with. They used to hopping over to other people's spaces and just running off at the mouth. And I don't play the radio about that shit. Let me show you something. On the left-hand side of the screen here, here's the goofy alabasters that had the nerve to hop up goofy ass in my tweet where nothing but black folks, okay? Nothing but black people over discussing this. Here you come. Now, see, I want you to look at her profile here. We're going to go over something. Okay, she goes by the handle there, Small Analytics, as you see, Small Feral Voices. In the bio, it says, nerdy love for those theories that make sense of our amazing worlds, and she got the hashtag BLM. Let me take this time right here to say something to white America. Okay, let me get you told on something, because see, you got a lot of black people that won't tell you what I'm about to say to you. First and foremost, just because you put BLM in your profile, that does not give you a lane to hop your stupid ass over into our issues. It's definitely not, let me speak for myself. It doesn't give you a lane to hop over in my spaces. On my timeline, my platform, when I'm talking to my people, you can shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear nothing from you. This is why I often tell my people, when they start going back and forth with you in my comments, I say, hey, what you doing, brother, sister? Just block that son of a bitch. And we keep talking to each other. That's power. Don't sit there and let them waste your time and get to arguing with them. We don't have a damn thing to prove with them, because, see, as far as I'm concerned, when they silent on our reparations, or when people like George Floyd are murdered, Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, so on and so forth, you silent then. You can shut the fuck up now. See, what have I always taught y'all about time? It is the most precious, non-renewable resource that any of us ever have. Don't ever let anybody play with or waste your time. For me, that is a cardinal sin. I'm not going to let you waste mine, okay? I don't play games about that shit. You're not going to fuck with my time, and you're not going to fuck with my money. So, I'm finna get it straight. Look to the right-hand side of the screen. Let me show you what she had nerve to say, right? This heifer said, oh, wait. Let me do the voice. I need to get an old hag voice. That sounds like the Trump logic. How bad could it get? You think people wanting to preserve our democracy are sitting pretty? It needs to get better, fairer. That only happens if we elect leaders who defend and expand it. Not the Project 2025 team and their paid refs. Whew, boy, she really didn't know where her goofy ass landed. Oh, she didn't know where she landed, family. Y'all know I had to handle this, right? And I'm showing you how to handle it if you're of the mindset like I am, where you don't play with these motherfuckers. Keep them the fuck out of our business. See, for far too long, when they get ready to talk and start saying stuff, people treat them kind of like a puppy that shits in the middle of the floor, and everybody just walk around and act like you don't see or smell nothing. Let me tell you something that I teach young black men especially, okay? Young black people, period, but especially young black men. I want all of you in my chat room, listen to this live on the playback. You need to get used to speaking with declaration, not negotiation. Notice I said declaration, not negotiation, meaning you tell them what it's going to be. You don't let them run over in our space and tell us what we need to be doing. See, that's that damn colonizer mentality. The nerve of this bitch. Oh, but you know I'm finna get her straight. Oh, I'm finna get her straight. Let me go and take this shit down with a raggedy ass. It's always the dried up ones that don't have no white man that they want or that's interested in them come running they goofy, funky, damn raisin shriveled up asses over in our space trying to tell us what we supposed to be doing. So here's my response to this heifer. I said, you have no place in a discussion where I'm talking to Black America. I'm not supporting either candidate unless they're going to pay my lineage reparations and sign an anti-Black hate crime bill. Lastly, if any person decides to support Trump, it's our right to do so. Let me expound upon that last sentence. Whether you choose the couch or you actually say, you know what, hey, GBS, this border issue is a thing for me, which I agree with you on. I'm going to gamble with the orange, man, just so the Democrats don't get it. That's your right to do that. Don't let nobody shame you out of that. Because, see, a lot of these goofies with the Democrats, they have this bullshit where your ancestors died for the right to vote. No, they didn't. My ancestors died so I can have the right to be free. Voting was a tool in the arsenal at the time that they used. That wasn't the end all be all for this. Just vote and our vote don't count for us and it helps everybody else leapfrog over us. That's not what my ancestors died for. And I'll be damned if some wrinkled alabastress is going to hop her ass over in a discussion where nobody called for a ragged ass. I've never had any interactions with this woman. She just decided, let me put my two little wrinkled white cents in here where it doesn't belong. Get your dumb ass out my mentions, okay? And y'all know I went ahead and blocked after that because I don't play ping pong with these motherfuckers. See, that's something I want y'all to learn if you follow me on X. When it's a thread over there and they start, just go ahead and block them. See, because I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. That exhibits more power than you arguing with them. And I want the sisters to pay attention to what I'm telling you. Sometimes, especially our sisters, bless y'all hearts, you think that arguing with them is some type of power play. Ask yourself, what do you win if you debunk these goofy white supremacists, okay? Or the little misguided ones that think they're supposed to come over and lead the niggers to victory and salvation. Ask yourself, what do you get out of that? Wouldn't it be more powerful for you to block them and continue talking to other Black people? So you got to get used to making statements of declaration. And sometimes the loudest statement is silence. Okay? We got to start letting these people know that they don't belong over in our discussion. And on a greater note, expounding further on that, we got to start being like that with our culture across the board. We got to let these people know you don't belong here. No, go where you're supposed to be. You don't belong over here, okay? So now, with that said, we got to go ahead and get into some things that we're going to break down from the A-road to the zero. Oh, boy, we just getting started cooking over here tonight. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that like button for your brother, okay? Let's get the likes up, all right? Because we got some things to go through here tonight. We finna get surgical over here. I know a lot of y'all saw that goofy travesty called the damn BET Awards. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't watch that bullshit. I haven't watched BET in years. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm one of the people that when Bob Johnson sold it, and it was sold to Viacom, and I seen the goofy programming come in, I was done with it a long time ago. I'm not hooked on entertainment like that. I was like, well, fuck it. Anybody that I want to see on here, I just have to catch them elsewhere because that's not Black entertainment television. You know what it really is? It's not BET, it's WET. It's white entertainment television. Because mostly a white man and a white woman run the shit, and it's a bunch of goofy ass tellers working for them over there. Okay. That shit don't represent our culture at all. Okay. Now, since they want to be funny style about showing you the audio, and y'all already saw what we are about to review here, we're going to play the audio about it because they don't want the video being shown, but that's cool. We're going to play the audio. We can dissect that. We're going to play this segment with Kamami and Taraji P. Henson. Bless her heart, but no, sister, this ain't it. If you're going to get the Democrat shilling, then I got to give you the business like I get a Democrat shills the business. We're going to play this and we're going to stop it and break it down at certain points here because, like I said, man, somebody got to come on here and put a hardcore B1 foot up in these asses over here. And I'm finna do that tonight. Let's let it play.
No, Taraji. Now, you know I wouldn't do that, especially not to a fellow bison. The real HU? You know. So what's on your mind?
Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line.
Okay, I've debunked that several times, and I'm talking mainly to the brothers when I say this. Brothers and sisters, but definitely you men, okay? You Black American men of my lineage especially, I'm going to need you to start doing this. I'm going to need you to make sure that you have a pair of testicles down there, okay, between your legs, first of all, okay? And I'm going to need you to man up and start challenging that dumbass talking point, talking about they fighting for women's reproductive rights. I said it on a previous broadcast. I'm going to say it again here tonight. They're not fighting for reproductive rights, the Democrats, when I say them, and the we. You're fighting to have our women embrace the demonic practice of using abortion as birth control outside of the 3 reasonable exceptions. And I say this all the time, because if you don't see it, people will sit there and try to act like you didn't understand that those would be the only 3 reasonable exceptions to have an abortion. Somebody force themselves on you, incest, life-threatening pregnancy. Outside of those 3 reasons, using abortion as birth control is absolutely demonic, okay? Absolutely demonic. This is insane when we have a generation now where actually some of our women are fighting for the right to do such a despicable, disgusting act. Instead of just saying, let me be more responsible with who I get pregnant by, because I don't give a damn how mad this make anybody listening. Ladies, all of you, I don't give a damn what lineage you from. You choose who you get pregnant by, okay? There's no way around that shit. See, America has been designed today to allow a lot of people, not just women, but a lot of people to act like big overgrown children. I got a question for you. If anybody's mad with that statement I just made, let me ask you this. Do you think little children can run a damn society, huh? Oh, I'm going somewhere with this. I told you, we're going to piss everybody off over here tonight. Do you think children can run a society successfully? Huh? Can children maintain infrastructure? Can children make proper financial decisions? Can children properly defend the country? Can children educate themselves to be what they're supposed to be? The answer to all of that, any sensible person would say, is no, they cannot. Therefore, how would it be a good thing when primarily this damn disgusting Democrat Party is passing policies and encouraging our people in Black America to act like big fucking children? I'm not a child. I'm grown, okay? Now, if the rest of you in this chat room are grown, some of you probably agree with what I just said. For those listening that don't agree, that's your right to do so. But argue, tell me how am I wrong about some of this stuff that's going on in this country today. No accountability for nothing. Everybody just do what you want to do. Hence the whole tone of the BET Awards. And boy, that's a whole nother broadcast when I get on that. I'm going to have that coming up on Patreon. So if you're over there on Patreon, hey, it's a hell of a broadcast coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have some things coming up over there. Boy, we're going to be cooking with hot fish grease over there. So I can't put it on YouTube, but I'm going to put it over there. Anyway, this whole childish mindset, for those of us with sense, with the work that we know we have to take care of, that shit has to go out the window, family. We don't have time for that, all right? We're going to further finish analyzing this foolishness. See, I want you to keep in mind, I got this image on the screen here. She's the one that said, so I'm not going to just sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to be Black people. No. No. Hey, You got to put a little bit of that tandoori flavor on that. Raggedy ass. I can't stand this heifer, man. Anyway, let's continue analyzing this. We got a lot of work to do tonight over here. Let's get back to it.
Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right.
Now, this is the part right here that I actually agree with. Oh, I got defend commandment on this. Y'all probably like, you defend it? Yes, I am. See, I'm all about upholding the truth over here, all right? She told some truth right there. The bitch is out there in them streets. She just ain't in the streets the way you think. Oh, she in the streets. You better look at how she got to where she is. She flat backed her way into every position of prominence she's ever had. So she's in the streets. Okay? Now, she belongs to Doug at this point. And by the way, Doug, I'm going to be extra petty with this, but I got to say something. I'm probably going to be the only person to go here, but I'm going to go here tonight. Damn it, Doug. I get it that you caught jungle fever. And when you chose one, you had to choose one not from my lineage. That's cool. No problem. You like what you like. But Doug, I tell you, boy, that says something about a man that would choose leftover pass around goods like Kamami. Cause Doug, you had to do some research. But then again, wait a minute. We talking about white men. You know, they like that. They like that cuckold crap. So they're like, yeah, boy, she's been run through like a worn out trash bag. Let me get some of that to put a ring on it. Hey, man, you like it, I live it. Well, you like it, you live it. I don't live it, okay? This old wrinkled up shoe face bitch. And see, I don't have no respect for this motherfucker because you know that as soon as Joe Biden offered her that VP spot, what she do? I don't remember none of that stuff I said about Joe. You think you can trust this damn serpent for anybody that's running around talking about some damn ski-wee, really? Look, let me tell you what this bitch proper title should be. She should be known as Kamami the Mercenary, because that bitch will go wherever the highest bidder is or whatever's in it for her that's going to benefit her. She ain't loyal to nothing or nobody. And you got a bunch of these idiots in these damn sororities. Man, president look like me. Yeah, and she don't give two shits about your black ass neither. Because you know what she told you she was when she got in there? She flipped from ski-wee and hot sauce and all this other shit, and lying, talking about listening to Tupac like she had a time machine or some shit, and turned Asian on y'all stupid asses. And ain't mentioned doing nothing tangible for black women since. So if you was going to go that route, well, we separated apart from black men. Okay, what the ski-wee skank doing for you? Not a damn thing. She only come around when it's time for elections. And Taraji, sister, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But I understand her situation. She's out here trying to get the bag. And let me say something. I'm going to finish making people mad. This is why, if you do get in Taraji's position, instead of you trying to play the field, get you a husband. You where all the eligible men at that's on your level. She could have settled down. Taraji's not a bad-looking woman. She definitely wasn't in her prime when she was younger. You should have gotten married. You wouldn't have to be out here doing anything and everything for a bag. I hate to see our sisters or our brothers out here doing that. We're better than that. We're supposed to be. Y'all better remember what you come from, even if you're not at the level of a Taraji P. Henson. We're not supposed to be doing any and everything, having to toe the line for the enemies of our people just to get a goddamn bag, okay? That's my thoughts on that. Let's let it continue.
Taraji, there is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not.
No, you not. Neither one of you at this point. I got to throw you in there, Taraji, because hell, if you're going to do anything for a bag, you're not like the rest of us with integrity. And Kamami, you damn sure not like us. You're not of our lineage. That's why they chose your little high, your little flat backing ass and put you in position. But see, let me make this statement now while I'm talking about that, because I made this the commentary on my last broadcast, okay? This is another reason why I don't respect the Democrats, because, see, Joe Biden, instead of just standing on his square and dealing with the heifer, and just went on ahead, and cause if that had been Trump, he would have never chose his opponent as his damn running mate for VP. Joe Biden showed weakness right there when he had half a brain left and said, okay, instead of just trying to go through all this stuff because she gonna have a bunch of black women mad at me, let me just go ahead and give her the VP spot. And see, let me say something to the black women And all of a sudden, you was riding with Commandment when she was running against Joe Biden in the primaries. And then as soon as she got that VP spot, you forgot about everything she was talking about. You just as two-faced as that piece of shit. We can't trust those of you that think like that. We're going to have to start drawing some hard lines in the sand on this, man. Because we don't have, look, this is the fourth quarter. We don't have room for error with this bullshit. You put the man in office in 2020. Now you done fucked up the whole goddamn country in 4 fucking years. Do you know what an astronomical feat that is? 4 short years, you turn everything upside the fuck down. Look, let me take a quick survey in this chat room. How many people are happy with the state of this country right now as it is under Jim Crow Joe Biden? Because, see, we remember what it was like in this economy primarily before him and after he got in office. How many of y'all are cool with these prices? Y'all cool with it? Y'all like this shit? Highest gas prices, highest car insurance, highest rent, highest mortgage, highest utility bill, everything just high. But some of y'all don't even smoke or drink in here, but you high all the damn time. You high, they keep you high with these goddamn prices, don't they? High as fuck. But what they trying to do? Turn the violence into a bunch of drug addicts? Man, shit, I get high off life. I don't want to have to be paying out the ass for shit every time I turn around. And look, yes, let me go ahead and say it for somebody coming, but GPA, you can afford it. Yes, I can, but that don't mean I want to be paying more than I should be paying. So even those of us that can afford this shit, we don't like this. Like, hey, man, fuck that. Get Trump back in this motherfucker, man. This economy, man, this shit. Look, let me say something regarding these prices. Because this is some encouragement I want to give all of you in this chat room tonight. Regardless of which party comes to you seeking your vote, you better start making this declaration to both of them so that they don't think that, okay, these high-ass prices are going to be the new normal. You better say that these prices are not going to stay this way. This shit is going to go back to what it was. And let's be clear, it is going to go back if enough Americans stand up and say, no, we're not going to allow this to be the new normal. Because, see, if you do, let me tell you what these corporations are doing under Biden. They're trying to condition you into living and accepting this as, okay, this is just the new normal. That's up to each and every one of you listening here if you're going to allow that to happen. So you better know how to talk when these politicians come seeking your vote. Start making the declaration like, listen, don't ask for my vote if you're not talking about getting this economy back to what it was before this son of a bitch got in here in 4 years and flipped everything upside down. Okay? So you got to let these people know whose salaries that all of us pay without taxes. You got to let them know you're not going to keep this way for your little corporate buddies and y'all to take all these vacations so you can have an extra yacht or two. Bunch of fucking crooks up there in the White House. The biggest drug dealers, hustlers, and pimps and murderers are sitting right up there on Capitol Hill. Let them know not to play with you like that. I don't like people playing in my face. Let's let it continue.
It's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote. Yep. The freedom to...
Nope. Let me get on that freedom to vote bullshit. Family, I want you to do a little bit of homework, okay? I want you to do a little bit of homework. Check this out. Remember that they said that Biden received, 81 million something votes? They say he received a higher voter turnout than Barack Obama, okay? That's what they say. Now, we all know, for those of us in New Black Media that covered that, we all know what we look like, what we call the finesse with that bullshit. They're not going to be able to try that this time around. But we saw the finesse, okay? We saw it. Now, here's what I want all of you to start drilling these people on, the Democrats, when they come to you with that bullshit. Oh, you got to fight for your right to vote. 2 things, and I'm probably one of the only people that said it this way. When they come to you, this is how you handle it. First point of order. Okay, my voting rights are so threatened and in so much trouble, then why don't I hear Democrats pushing to get our voting rights a permanent part of the Constitution? Amend that and just make it permanent. White people don't have to have their voting rights up for at least every 25 years. Do you ever hear, and I want anybody in the chat room to correct me if I'm wrong about this. How many Democrats have you heard advocating for what I just stated? Since voting rights are just under so much threat. Oh my God, voting rights. Okay, let's just go with that. If they are, what are you doing about it? Tell me the Democrat that's in office that's saying, hey man, we need to make black people's voting rights permanent. I haven't heard any. Let me know if you heard one. I hadn't found them. Second point of order when it comes to that. See, this is where they try to play black people like you're stupid. You can't say you had the greatest voter turnout, being in which you clearly admitted that black people were the deciding factor. You can't say that and then turn around and say, oh, but black people can't vote. Okay, well then how did all these bisexuals vote for this bastard? You see the simple logic in that when you slow down and think. If black people voting rights were just so deprived and depressed, how did all them black people come out and vote for Joe Biden? Tell me, talk to me. Come on, we're going to make it make sense over here today. Talk to me and let me know, how does that make any sense whatsoever, family? Your voting rights are attacked. I was able to vote just fine in the last election. Oh, but what, they going to take them away? Okay, well, what you trying to do about it? See, you pin them in a corner. That's what I like to teach my audience how to do. Pin them in a corner with logic. First, ask them what do they plan to do to make our voting rights permanent, and then remind them that, hey, there's nothing wrong with our voting rights. Black people can get up and vote just fine for any candidate we want. Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever, okay? So when you pin them in a corner with that logic, they don't have anywhere to go. So you're going to have to start letting these people know that they're not going to come playing with you like you're a damn child. Because see, when they come around us, instead of talking policy and numbers and get straight to the point about what they're going to do to secure our vote, like they do with other groups, they come to us with hot sauce, chicken wing, get your booty to the polls, all that stupid shit. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, if we were in different times, boy, they would get hands put on them, to be honest with you. I just got to say it like it is. They would get hands and feet put on them for playing in people's faces like that. But see, I'm not advising any of you to do that, okay? I'm a peaceful man. I'm not advocating for violence. What I am advocating for is political punishment. You make everybody come to you seeking your vote, no matter which party. Make them give you proof of concept policy first. What does that mean? Show me what you've already been doing for black people. Well, I haven't been doing that. Well, then you better go and get started if you want my vote. Clock's ticking. Now come back to me when you show me something you've done for my people. Then we'll sit down and talk business. Notice I said business, not like, don't like. Nobody give a fuck about no like. That's another thing I want our people to stop doing. When it's time to handle business, you don't talk about what you like and don't like in business. You talk about what's in your favor and what's not in your favor. And if the deal is bad, get up and walk away from the table. It's as simple as that. Let's let it continue.
Love who you love, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
Let me tell you something, Kamami. This whole decision about making decisions with your body, the minute that you start growing another life inside of you, it's not just your body. That body belongs to that life that's growing. That's the other thing we get. See, a lot of men are scared to say what I'm just saying, but see, I'm a man in every sense of the word. I'm not afraid to speak the truth because don't say that, they're going to get mad. First of all, for the counseling, you can't counsel me. I don't punch no white man's clock or white woman's clock. So you can kiss my ass with the counsel thing. And even amongst my own people, let me tell you something. In the words of the late, great Bernie Mac, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I ain't scared to say what the truth should be. That's what men do. That's what separates us from children. That's what separates us from some, not all, some women. Because we got our rowdy doctors that'll stand up and say what I just said, just like I'm saying it. It's just not enough of them doing it in large numbers. And let me tell you why, brothers. Our women draw encouragement and courage from us. Even if they don't admit it, they get their emboldenedness from how strong their men are. That is a fact. I know some of you in the chair, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because right now, I'm going to prove this. For the women that's on the that inner little that they all like to do when a black man is talking, I'm going to prove it to you. Ladies, for those that applies to, listen to the sound of my voice. Yes, my luxurious, rich Southern chocolate and barbecue voice here that you like so much. Listen, ladies, imagine if you woke up tomorrow in a world full of men and all of them that you see, no matter which city you went to, were just like Billy Porter. Oh, did I go there? Yes, I did. Imagine if all of them, and I'm not talking about even gay, let's be clear. I'm not talking about LGBT. I'm talking about just soft and sassy. I'm going to do you one better to show you I'm not talking about the sexuality. I'm talking about the mindset, the lack of masculinity. Ladies, I got something else just as bad. Talk about being put in between a rock and a hard place. Oh, ladies, I'm finna put you somewhere, right? I'm finna put all my sisters in the chat room somewhere. Imagine here's a created hell for you. In this created hell that your brother GBS is putting you in, GBS, why you put this in hell? I got to put you in here for this hypothetical scenario. Bear with me, ladies, okay? I'm going to put you in a hypothetical hell. Now, in this hypothetical hell, there's men there, but you've only got two types to pick from. Oh, you know this is finna be bad when it comes from my imagination, don't you? Ladies, in my hypothetical hell that I placed you in, the men that you have to choose from are either like Billy Porter or Van Jones. Uh-oh. Woo. Hell of a choice, ain't it? You can't get out of this hell. I see y'all running trying to get to these. The exits have been welded shit. You got to stay in here and you got to choose. Is it Billy Porter or is it Van Jones? And you got to pick one and you got to stay with them for all eternity. Now, how many of you fine sisters in here would love that choice? Think about it. What if your punishment right now, all of you fine ladies in here, what if your punishment was, okay, let me look in here. Let me see. Let's see who we need to send her to. V. Mosby, Tia TU, Tasha Peters, Sakina. Oh, I see you. Yeah, a little country lamb. Ladies. Patricia Jenkins. Oh, we can't leave you out. For your punishment, for anything that you ever did wrong, we're going to send you either Van Jones or Billy Porter. Woo! Oh, look at my sister, Goddess Nervous. She said, I don't like you right now, sir. D-Show said, I don't want no parts of that, sir. Tia to you like, why, GBS? Because that's what friends are for, the suffering. But anyway, I know. Let's see, I'm making my ladies mad in here. Ladies, don't hate me. I said all that to put this in your mind. Because see, sometimes with the sisters, you have to give you visuals so that you understand how bad this is. Now, back to the point. Reason why I took you to this hypothetical hill. We're going to let you out of there. Okay, we open the doors. You escape the hypothetical hill. The reason why I had to take you to the hypothetical hill, ladies, is this. When you get your courage from men that are worth a damn, not just any man, but men that are worth a damn, it gives you the strength to stand up because you know you got some backup, okay? That's why I took you there. And see, men like Van Jones and Billy Porter, from the reaction that you gave, and you know, I don't think I know everything. I'm still learning. From what I surmised in the chat room, you ladies don't draw encouragement or inspiration from those types of men. You see where I'm going? That's why I took you to the hypothetical hill. And it would be a long time before we do that again, ladies. Don't hate me. Okay? I had to take you there. But we're not done yet. Okay? We're not done yet. We got a lot more to get to here tonight. Oh, yeah. We got a lot more to get to here tonight. So let me get Shoeface, Commandment, and Taraji, you wayward child. You will get you off the screen there because family, tonight, we going to make sure we make a point over here with this broadcast. Direct your attention to the screen. Not one illegal immigrant has the right to come to America and receive taxpayer money, period. And I'm standing by that, okay? Illegal immigrants, you tell us how much harder you work than Black Americans, how much smarter you are. I need you to prove it. I'm going to need you to do what the white folks told us to do. Reach down, grab them bootstraps of yours and pull them up. And I'm going to need you to pull them up and fling your little asses back across that damn border with them too. I done told y'all, as far as this goofy illegal immigration, let me tell you something. Y'all want to hear what GBS would do if he was president? Huh? Can I go there for a minute? Yes, the torch is over my sweeter guy that's navigating. It's over. We're not going to touch you no more. Y'all want to hear what I would do if I was president, though? Because, see, some of y'all probably heard what my border solution is. Some of you that's been over here for years, you know what it is. May I reiterate that tonight, ladies and gentlemen? May I reiterate? Because I'll tell you how you solve it. See, here's what I would do. it wouldn't have gotten to 1 million immigrants, illegal aliens, rather, okay, invaders. It wouldn't have gotten to 10,000. It wouldn't have got to 1,000. It wouldn't have got to 100. When the first 15 would have showed up and got caught at my border, that shit would have been shut down then. Let me tell you what I would have did. I done told y'all, the way you solve that southern border problem, stop giving all this foreign aid to these countries trying to bribe them. Cut the Ukraine funding, cut the Israeli funding, put all of that into turning the entire southern border into a 10-mile wide National Guard and Reserve military base. That way, before your punk ass get into the United States, you got to cross 10 miles of military base. And you're not going to do that unless somebody helped you do it. Okay? That's how you solve that problem. Game over. And them first 15, y'all know what I would do, right? Because I done told y'all, you know, my patented immigration or illegal alien removal system. I would go ahead and get that 15 of them, pick 2 of my good old hydraulic industrial strength catapults and put them little illegal asses on there and fling. I'm trying to tell you. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, man. Nah. Hey. Goodbye. I would be playing it on loudspeakers. I'm trying to tell you. I'm serious. I would literally put them in catapults and fling their asses right back across the border. I'm playing with these motherfuckers. But anyway, family, I want to show y'all something, right? Because, see, for the vote blue no matter who crowd, you know, they said that Biden was over-prepared during the debate. Well, I want y'all to be the judge of something, right? Because, see, time is a wonderful teacher, okay? It's a wonderful teacher. So I'm going to play something for you, and I want you to be the judge of what we're about to say. In fact, I'm not going to even give no commentary. I'll let you observe this for yourself. Take a look.
I continue to think we have to make fundamental changes in civil rights. And those civil rights, by the way, include not just only African Americans, but the LGBT community.
He wants to get away with, get rid of the ability of Medicare for the.
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I oppose.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if
you will determine the outcome of this election, vote. If you're able to vote early in your state, vote early. If you're able to vote in person, vote in person. Vote whatever way is the best way for you, because he cannot stop you.
And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
Days when we had real segregationists like Eastland and Thurman.
Now, family, I just showed you that, and I played that for a reason, because you can see the cognitive decline. And see, I'm going to go here and say what I've been saying. I'm not going to back down off of it. Salute to my good brother, Black Voltron Reloaded. I see you in the building, family. Salute to you in the West Coast family holding it down over there. But family, let me tell you something. Jim Crow Joe Biden, when those so-called gaffes he was making when he was Barack Obama's vice president, those were not gaffes. This man was starting to lose his mind then. That's why he was saying all that outrageous bullshit. And now we clearly see something that these Democrats have known all along, that this man is not in his right frame of mind. This man is in late stage dementia, okay? We see it. Excuse me. I had to sneeze there. Oh, damn it. The vote blue no matter who crew is throwing pepper at my nose. That's all right, though, because I'm finna breathe some fire at their ass. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you vote blue no matter who crew. Anyway, like I was saying, this man is in late stage dementia. He's losing his mind. And see, did you catch the lie that he tried to tell when he was talking about, I didn't oppose busing. I oppose busing by the Board of Education. Really? Did y'all hear that lie he told? What's the difference? You opposed it either way. You opposed it, like saying that was gonna make the lie better. And then this is the funny thing about white folks. Excuse me. Man. This is the funny thing about white folks, okay? The funny thing to me about them, when they start lying like that, they'll just throw something out there, and if you look at their face, they'll be like, are you gonna buy that bullshit? Are you gonna buy it? Oh, they're hilarious. They're hilarious. But see, they're not hilarious in the times that we're dealing with here because, see, I want to show y'all something else before we finish playing this clip here. How many of you saw this crap that I'm about to play? Because this is absolutely cringeworthy. I want y'all to take a look at this. Oh, I'm gonna play it one more time. Yeah, you saw it. Hey, is Biden trying to tell us something? Because you know me, I gave him the acronym, what Biden stands for, beyond incompetent, destroying economics nationwide. Is he trying to tell us the B in Biden stands for something else? Is he? Let me play it one more time. You be the judge. I don't know, family. You tell me. What does the B stand for something else all this time? I'm just saying. Oh, man. Biden. Anyway, we're going to continue analyzing this because, see, I want you to listen to old Uncle Joe, as some of these idiots was calling him. This is the man that you saw stumbling and fumbling at that debate. Let's give you a refresher course on who you're actually dealing with.
All those guys. But at least we end up eating lunch together.
Biden recalling his early Senate career, bringing up two segregationist senators, Herman Talmadge and James Eastland, who called African Americans an inferior race. I was in a caucus with James O. Eastland, Biden said. He never called me boy. He always called me son. At least there was some civility. We got things done. We didn't agree on much of anything.
The senators that he is speaking of with such adoration are individuals who made and built their reputation on segregation. The Ku Klux Klan celebrated the election of one of them.
As also noted, Robert C. Byrd was a parliamentary library, a keeper of the institution of the Senate, and he was the institution itself. For a lot of us, he was a friend, and he was a mentor, and he was a guy.
Back in the early 1970s, Biden bragged about an award from the notorious segregationist Governor George Wallace and told the
In case you don't know who George Wallace is, in case you're young, George Wallace is the man that said segregation today, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever. That's who he is.
Philadelphia Inquirer, I think the Democratic Party could stand a liberal George Wallace, someone who's not afraid to stand up and offend people.
I would not be a member of the United States Senate if those men that he praised had their way.
One chapter receiving fresh scrutiny comes from his earliest years in the Senate, when he strongly opposed mandatory school busing. It was designed to achieve integration and a more equitable education. What's less known is how he followed the lead of some of the Senate's most fervent segregationists. On March 25th, 1977, Biden wrote, "My bill strikes at the heart of the injustice of court-ordered busing. It prohibits the federal courts from disrupting our educational system." Biden sought and received support from Mississippi Senator James Eastland, the Democratic chairman of the Judiciary Committee, and a leading symbol of Southern resistance to desegregation.
It was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And, you know, there was a little girl in California who...
See, let me tell you what Commandment was really mad about during all of this, right? Y'all want to know what Commandment was mad about? Commandment was basically like, Jim Crow Joe, how dare you? support segregation. How was I going to get a zaddy with you doing that? How? With my flat backing ass. That's what Commandment was mad about. Oh, yeah, I'm going there. Let's let it continue.
Was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
Yeah, we know who that little girl was. Yeah. He grew up to be your long shoe face ass. And as soon as he offered you a VP spot, what happened? Huh? The rest is history. Just like this image that you're looking at on your screen here. Oh, this too is history. Oh, yes. We are not going to let those of you on this platform forget this image. This is a historic image. Oh, yes. Look at it. This isn't Photoshop. This wasn't edited. There was nothing added to this. This is a real historic image. This bastard lighting his pen on fire, signing executive orders stacked up higher than he is sitting in that chair for everybody except for foundational Black American freedmen. And you goofy bisexuals, the only thing that you got out of voting blue, no matter who, was a damn sticker. And Jorge, Mei-Ling, Esmeralda, okay? Let's see, whoever you want to name, the VVEX out here, all of them got tangible policies, and they were like, yeah, take your little I voted sticker and get the hell out my face. You helped me leapfrog over you. Thanks, dummy. That's exactly what they were saying, okay? And if you want, you can say I'm being facetious about it, but tell me how is that not what happened? What else did you get besides your little goofy sticker, huh? What else did you get? Bisexuals? Now you're sitting here with your mouth drooping on the floor. Now you actually got a chance to get it right. New Black media told y'all, we said, don't do it. I'm gonna get Trump out. And I keep telling y'all, for those that claim to be religious, don't claim no faith. If you keep talking about, oh, you so afraid of Donald Trump with that Project 2025 talk, I'm like, okay, what happened to all this faith in the Most High that you supposed to have? Huh? Seems to me that you're afraid of one flesh and blood man, even though he's an oddly colored orange man. Nonetheless, boy, think about it, family. You would think that just saying the name Trump, boy, some of these motherfuckers would get up and run out the room like Scooby-Doo. Y'all remember that? They jump up and start running in the air before they take off, or the damn Flintstones or something. Can you imagine somebody more? Here comes Trump. Oh my God, it's Trump. Oh, it's Trump. All right. You scary ass Negroes. You should be ashamed of your damn selves. Oh, he get in office. Listen, every one of you that are still here, listen to this broadcast live and recorded. You survived the damn Trump administration. What the hell you think these folks gonna do to us they hadn't already done? And see, let's go here with it. Cause see, I'm the type of man that when I see that fear, I call it out for what it is. I'm finna piss some people off. Or I'm finna piss you male bisexuals off. Yes, I am. The reason why you so afraid of them, you keep talking about Project 2025, this, that, and the third. Oh my God, they get in office, they gonna do this, they gonna do that. Your punk ass is letting everybody know that not only are you a coward, you letting us know that, let's just say in worst case scenario, they said, you know what, niggers? Screw all this playing around. We thought we were going to be done with you by now. Everything we threw at you, including the kitchen sink, has not worked. Damn it, no more games. We bringing back slavery, and your asses is going back on plantations. If that did happen, some of us will fight to the death before that happens. You hear me? You punk asses that are so afraid. If that actually went down, we know who the shit eaters are. And if you don't know what a shit eater is, that's a worthless mutt. That's what we call them down here in the South. Ladies, when you hear these dudes that afraid, you better not open your legs and procreate with none of that. I wouldn't even suggest standing next to it. Cowardice is contagious. That is a vile, filthy, disgusting, infectious disease. If you stand too close to it and you allow it to be around you, let me tell you something, man. A lot of these dudes that just shaking their knees, get to knocking together when they say Donald Trump or this Project 2025 crap, those are the cowards right there. They ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. You should be prepared for whatever they try to do. I know I am. Sitting up here worrying about, what if they this? What if they that? Look, well, let them do it, goddammit. Let them do it. We don't come from a cowardly stock. You think about if all of our ancestors thought that way, just so terrified of what these white supremacists had going on, would none of us be free today at all. I don't know about everybody else listening, but I listen, I ain't cut from that. I don't have coward pumping through my veins. I'm not afraid of any man under heaven that bleeds and can die like me, okay? The only only one I fear is my creator. That's it. And he's not walking around down here on earth, all right? But anyway, we got some more things to tend to tonight here, family. I told you, we're going to make everybody mad over here tonight. Let me show you something, right? Because, see, I'm going to analyze this. We're going to stop it and break it down where we need to. But first, we got to go back and give you a refresher course here. Let it play.
Here with me now from Madison, Wisconsin, where he is campaigning for the president, a top Biden ally, Congressman Jim Clyburn of South Carolina. Thank you so much for joining me, sir. I want to just set the table with the fact that our viewers understand you are a very close confidant of President Biden. You played a critical role in helping him win the nomination 4 years ago. You say Democrats need to, quote, chill out. So are you saying you have absolutely no concerns about Joe Biden's ability not only to win in November, but to be the leader of the free world for the next 4 years?
I got to pause this and put this on your mind because I see it and now I got to make sure y'all see it. This is Dana Bash on the left-hand side of the screen. Man, don't this heifer look like a long-faced railroad spike that's been left out in the sun and bleached with a blonde wig on? That's what she looked like with that long spiked chin, okay, and a little parrot nose. And then Clyburn, this y'all gonna hate me for this. You'll never not see him the same again. You'll never see him the same again. You'll never ever get this image out your head. While he's talking here in this segment, before we start breaking this down from the A road to the zero, doesn't Jim Clyburn look just like a little catfish in a suit with some glasses on? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No. I'm going up. Look at him. Tell me how he doing. Damn, Jim, you be serving up your kinfolk at your little dry-ass fish fries, huh? He looked just like a little catfish in a suit with some glasses on, with a little bald and horseshoe crab hairline that got going. Yeah. Anyway, we're doing this for a reason. I wanted y'all to see that because I don't owe either one of them any respect. But we got to refresh your memory on old Jimbo Jangles Clyburn here. Let's let it continue.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I do not believe that Joe Biden has a problem leading for the next 4 years because he's done a great job of leading for the last 3.5 years. I always say that the best predictor of future behavior is past performance.
I'm so glad you said that, little catfish Clyburn. CC. That's what we gonna call him, CC. Catfish Clyburn. You're right. The best indicator of future performance is past performance. And I don't know what country you've been in, but the past 4 years of Jim Crow Joe Biden have not been a success, you jackass. The economy proves it. See, family, this old son of a bitch right here, let me tell you something. Shout out to my good brother, Greg Marcel Dixon, that's fighting, trying to mobilize the people in his state to get his ass out of power. Let me tell you young people something. You outnumber all of his generation here in this country. Don't you know that if you did get registered to vote locally, you can get his ass out of office? There's not more boomers in silent generation than there are millennials, Gen Z, okay, and Gen X. There's not. They're outnumbered. Here's the thing that you need to understand about warfare, and I'm talking primarily to young black people. When I say young, I'm talking those that are voting age 21 and up, okay? Your local politics matter. Listen to your brother, okay? The thing about warfare, you don't need a large group of people to secure victory. A very small unit of well-organized people with the accurate intel can secure victory time after time after time again. Don't believe me? Study history. This is why I'm always talking about military history, military science, our actual history, not just here in America, but globally. Organization matters. When you're on code, another word for organization, everybody got the same agenda. You think about what would happen. This would be the worst nightmare, especially I'm talking to the young black people in South Carolina, nationwide, but definitely up there. You want to get rid of this old catfish in the suit, old CC here? Okay, because CC's eating good. Okay, he eating real good. This is what you do. Mobilize and say, you know what? We're going to get his ass out of there. And even more, this is America's worst nightmare. If young Black Americans say, not only are we going to mobilize to vote against you and get you out of there, Clyburn, we're going to choose a qualified Black man or Black woman from amongst us on the grassroots to replace your punk ass with. That's their worst nightmare. See, a lot of times when I get it to the young Black people, I'm not talking at you, I'm talking to you, because that's another problem a lot of the older people have when they talking to the younger folks. I'm not talking at you, I'm talking to you. And I'm talking to you because I want you to realize your power. You have numbers. All you need is the organization and the will to do it. A lot of you just kind of become apathetic to that process, but voting locally, that should definitely be a concern. Have your driver's license, you need a passport, have your voter ID, okay, and go make a difference. You can. See, I want to encourage you to do that locally because as a young person, you're the future of our people. When you become accustomed to handling your own business, making your own decisions, nobody can stop you then. You understand? That's the one thing they fear about us getting on code. You cannot kill an ideology. You can kill people. Okay, you can destroy physical objects and buildings. You cannot kill an ideology that the people say this time has come. Okay, that they can't do. So you want to get Jim Crow, Joe Biden out of office? You want to get old CC here, Catfish Clyburn out of office? Get mobilized and pick you a candidate to run against him if you don't want to vote for the other side, and show them that you're not playing. See, they count on young Black Americans to be sleeping, just be apathetic, and let them continue driving the country into the ground. Because, see, for any young Black person that's 21 and up listening to this broadcast, let me ask you a question. Don't you think, and I know you do, especially Gen Z, don't you think that a lot of these rules in society are outdated and need to be updated to fit current society? It's this remaining sellout, silent generation in the boomer class that's like Clyburn, because I'm not talking to the ones that aren't sellouts, but the ones that are in power are definitely sellouts because they don't do anything for Black America. Don't you think that in order to get fresh new ideas in there, you should be wanting to replace them? And the one thing I want to plant this small seed in your mind, and I hope this reaches the right young Black men and women listening, okay? Don't look at them and say, well, I don't know enough, I can't do it. You start telling yourself, I could be the person. I could be the person. And I'm encouraging the younger ones because, again, that's the future. Don't you know that they will be quaking in their boots if they woke up and it came time, you know what I'm saying, to look and tally up them votes, man. And they're like, whoa, shit. Where did all these 20-something year old, 30-something years old, okay, up to 40, you know what I'm saying? Where did all these people come from and get these people out of office? They've never done this before. See, this is what it means to take power in your hands and take your future into your own hands and destiny, okay? That's an addictive feeling that I want young people to become accustomed to learning what that feels like, because it's your time now. It is. Have fun, live your life, but just think how much better your life would be if you got mobilized and started making the changes with the things that you're able to control, okay? So that's my message of encouragement to young people. Let's finish analyzing those CC here.
And when we look at the past performance of these two men that are the front runners in their parties, we get a lot of indication about what their future behavior would be. So Joe Biden should continue to run on this record. I do believe that we will find him, when contrasted with the record of the 4 years of Trump, to be exactly what we need going forward, not just domestically, but internationally as well.
What about his performance on Thursday, though, sir? Do you understand why some Democrats, some independents who were not that interested in voting for Donald Trump and were considering voting for Joe Biden look at that and say, I just don't see it, I don't want to vote for him? What do you say to them?
I would say to them, take into account the record. Yes, it was a bad performance. I've been around these things. I've been a part of debate
No, CC. No, Catfish Clyburn. It wasn't just a bad performance. Y'all know this man is suffering from dementia, and he hasn't made not one decision on his own without handlers since he's been in office. Let's just cut the bullshit. Call it what it is. They know that, and see, when that debate happened, they probably thought they had him, doped up enough on the good drugs that none of us will ever know anything about, that they give the old white people to keep them alive. Because Biden is basically a carcass that they pumping dope into at this point. That's exactly what he is, okay? I'm just going to say it like it need to be said. No, Jimbo Jangles, Clyburn, little catfish. That wasn't just a bad performance. That man is out of his mind, and he's unfit to be president, and he's making America look very weak and incompetent on the world stage. You can't see that because you such a loyal bootlick, being that they done flicked you a couple of crumbs off the table, and you made sure your family is good. You know you good. You don't want for nothing. And you're going to sit up here and just tell these lies? See, it's like they live in an alternate reality, but in a sense, they do, family, because they can't relate to the average Black American man or woman in this country. Because, hey, they got theirs. They good. They don't care about the rest of us. They don't care about your children. They just want to keep selling you out for generation after generation. See, back once upon a time, many years ago, they would actually execute politicians like this for treason, to be honest with you. That's what would happen back then. Oh, yes. That's exactly what would happen back then. And see, right now, where we are with this, I want you to keep in mind something here. Old Jim Clyburn knows that this is the last go round for that old school voter base that they usually go and get and frighten with Donald Trump. They know they're not going to be able to do that with Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. He know this is it. So now why am I making that point? And I want young people to pay attention to what I'm about to say here with this statement. When you see something has nothing to lose, that's when it's most dangerous. So right now, Jim Crow Joe Biden, okay, Clyburn and all the rest of them, when they see that this is the last go round, that's when they really going to try to do the most damage to your generation. You understand? This is why I'm saying what I'm saying to you over here on this broadcast tonight. Let's continue.
Preparation before, and I know what when I see what I call preparation overload. And that's exactly what was going on the other.
Preparation overload? Are you serious? This is what they're telling you. So again, if you're a young Black person listening to this, ask yourself, do you trust somebody that's willing to sit here and lie straight to your face like this? Preparation overload. It's ridiculous.
Tonight I saw Joe Biden grabbing for words and phrases and even numbers that he was loaded up with. The next day, he gets to North Carolina, he's freewheeling, and he captivated the audience. And that's...
Captivated what audience? Maybe by captivated, he meant you captivated us with just how far gone his mental condition is. That's the captivation that was most done there, even with the members of their own party. But see, here's how you know old Catfish Clyburn is one of the no good Negroes that should have been dealt with before we got off the plantations. Okay, that's who his ancestors are. The ones that was telling master anytime our ancestors tried to get off them plantations. Let me tell you something. When you got other Democrats, even white folks saying, "Oh man, this is awful. He should step down. This, that, the third." And his old loyal ass is still sitting up here carrying water for massa. We sick, boss. We sick, massa. Yeah, these bastards are dangerous. And see, let me tell you something. To young Black America, here's the good thing about this time period that we're in now, especially since you come of age to be able to take power. And I'm saying that phrase to young Black Americans. Look at what went wrong, which is what you're supposed to do with history. You study what went wrong and you study what went right, and you see the things that should never be repeated. It should be standard practice. And I'm saying this to really all races. This is a rarity for me. I'm going to say this for all races. If you actually care about this country, this generation of bootlicks that's in here, okay, no matter what race they are, the one that's selling out people in America, you should make it a practice to say, we're not going to tolerate this no more. Oh, no, you're not going to get in here and just stay in office perpetually. We're going to get you up out of here. It needs to be a complete overhaul of the way this runs. There needs to be term limits set, okay? I'm talking about not just on the legislative branch, but all the way up to the judicial branch. It shouldn't be no such thing as somebody getting a position for life on no damn Supreme Court. At most, they should have maybe 5 years and cycle their ass out. That's not to be, look, these positions are not supposed to be a retirement home for these people, especially when they're not doing nothing for the people. The only way that somebody should keep getting in office is if that's just the right person for the job and they're proven by results that they're the one that's going to do for the people. And I'll make this statement also. This also needs to change. They should not get to vote on whether they get a pay raise or not. That should be determined by we, the people, according to their job performance. Yeah, that's how that should go. So, young people, it's your time. You up to bat. And you can change all these things. You just have to shake off that apathy and stop telling yourself that, oh, what I do don't matter. Or ain't nothing going to change. Oh, yes, it can. If enough of you get together, see, let me further encourage the young black people here, because this is what I really want this broadcast to do tonight. If you're thinking like that and you saying, nah, man, we can't do nothing, we can't change things, this is what I want you to do for me. Wherever you are listening to this broadcast, take a tally of demographics of your age range, wherever you are, and go look up how many of you it is in that area versus people that are Jim Clyburn's age and older. Then get back to me and tell me that if you organize amongst those numbers, even 10 to 20%, that you can't do nothing. Let's let it continue.
What we should do, you know, the debate preparation can be tough, but you got to really do a good job of preparing the candidate, not just with information, but with style, with deflection, and the kinds of things that we did not see in Joe Biden the other night and saw it 4 years ago.
I believe on Friday in North Carolina, he had a teleprompter. But I want to ask about something that you mentioned late last week, which is that you intended to have a conversation with the president. Did you talk to him? And if so, was there any discussion at all about him stepping aside?
I have not talked to the president since Friday. And if he asks my opinion, I will give it, as I always do. And that is very clearly, he should stay in this race. He should demonstrate it going forward.
This is a fool talking. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to recognize when a fool is talking. Let me ask my chat room something. Is there any man or woman, regardless of what your political affiliation is there any man or woman, no matter what your lineage is, that saw that debate and you would agree with Jim Clyburn that Joe Biden needs to stay in office? With his declining mental state, this man stuttering all over the place, like Trump or not, I gotta agree with the man. When we played that earlier, Joe Biden didn't know what he was saying. He couldn't understand him, and he knew he didn't know what he was saying. Come on now. How can anybody that claims to love America see that and say he should stay in there and he should keep on going in this race? Are you serious? See, this is how selfish a damn bootlick is. They don't care if everything is going down the drain as long as they got theirs. As long as they got theirs, they could give a damn about the rest of us in America. People like Jim Clyburn should be permanently excommunicated from black society. And let me explain what I mean by that. Because, see, this is something else we're going to have to start doing with all these bootlicks, the Congressional Black Caucus, et cetera, et cetera. When their asses do leave them offices, if they're still around, because they try to die in office, that's basically what they do. They go in there as their retirement home and they want to basically try to die in office. But if they leave, or if while they're in there and they're living, if them folks turn on them and they come for them, we are not supposed to defend them at all because they didn't do a damn thing for Black America. Do you hear me? You got to hold fast on that. You got to show them, nope, you that Negro, you better go find some good white folks to help you out because that, or some good Asian folks, some good Hispanic folks, some good East Indian folks, some good Arab folks. You better go find some LGBTQ people in the white community. You better go find them to help you out. Because you didn't help us. I'm going to tell you something, man. I lose vision when it comes to them tires. I can't see nothing. No, you on your own, buddy. They're trying to put me in prison for embezzlement. Well, you shouldn't have been stealing funds. You should have been taking that money and trying to help Black America. Unless you gonna do for the people like Marion Barry did, huh? You ain't on that tip? Okay, cool. Come get him. Hey, he over there. He behind the trash can. Go get him. You know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't got to go get you with them, but I'm gonna tell them, well, I'm gonna help them get you, just like you slit our throats and turn on us. And that time is coming for a lot of them. Mark my words, it is coming. It is coming. Some of them already starting to get their wake-up call. And I'm going to make this prediction too. Mark my words. If Donald Trump gets back in office, all these bootlegs with the black faces, watch what happened to them. Remember, I'm one of the people that's been saying it, and I'm going to be like, damn, GBS, you called that shit. Watch what happened to them. Remember what I told you about when these white folks go and put a bunch of black people up to do something that none of them want to do, regardless of what side of the aisle they're on? They're like, that's a bad look if white people do this to another white person. Watch what happened to them. So let it continue.
His capacity to lead the country, and I think the American people are demonstrating that. I just left the state of Florida. I was in a convention. We had 8,400 African-American men registered for that conference. I did not find one single one of them who told me that they are not fully confident in Joe Biden.
And I wonder what the age range of those men were. First of all, I think he capping. There wasn't no 8,000 people. The Democrats can't get no 8,000 people to show up no damn well. No, they can't. Not black folks. No, you can't. No, you can't. And if you did, what were the age ranges? I guarantee it was people in his community. Had to be in his age range. Most black American men, especially of my lineage, we not rocking with no Biden or no Democrats. And that doesn't mean we automatically supporting the Republicans. Now, some brothers are, but not in large numbers like that. What those of us with sense are saying, hey, listen, the black vote is up for sale, but this is a business transaction. What you coming to the table with? Not coming to the table with nothing that we care about? Well, then, hey, move around. We got comfortable couches over here. I know I do. Yeah, y'all saw what one of mine looks like, okay? Listen, boy, old couch Chillington, boy. Hey, shit, get your snacks, relax and kick back. Let's let it continue.
And that's just a fact. I've been hearing from people, even the people on the floor. Yes, there were some trepidations the next morning, but only one of the people I talked to expressed an opinion that Joe Biden should drop out. Everybody else says we need to make some calibrations here going forward, and that's what we need to do. If we're going to have another debate, the preparation for that debate needs to be different. There's no question in my mind. We cannot overload the candidate with all.
Boy, listen to the capping. He's saying that's mathematically impossible. Unless you just talk to one person. No, more than one person that saw that shit express concerns. I'm going to tell you how I know. Because he's mostly talking about he met with black people. When white folks are saying, damn, this is bad. Really? And the reason why I'm saying that, because if they was up there with the Democrats, they're a bunch of bootlegging sheep that follow behind everything the white folks say. And when white mouses say something, then the rest of them Negroes, hey, boss, we sick? They gonna say the same thing. That's how I know he lying. Get out of here with that, man. And see, Clyburn, there's no preparation you gonna give this man that's gonna make him do any better. His mind is gone. Joe Biden may as well be a clump of mashed potatoes in a damn suit, man. That's what you looking at. And I don't feel bad saying it. Fuck that son of a bitch. Because what you did to my people, I'm not forgiving a damn thing. I'm not a turn the other cheek guy. You belong to your people. Your wife, she's sitting there, she must not give a damn about you. Because she's a doctor and she let your stupid ass go out there like that without saying any damn thing? Really? I go to show you what kind of marriage they got, but hey, that's their community, their business. All I care about is what affects my people, okay? That's all I care about. Let's let this bastard continue.
Well, I don't know. I think that Joe Biden will do well with the debate. I think it all depends upon what the rules are. I don't like a debate where nobody will do any fact checking. You just say what you want to say. You know it's a lie. The guy told 30-some-odd lies, and nobody checked him on it and said that was up to Joe Biden to do. I'm not too sure. If I ask you a question and you lie to me with the answer, I ought to follow up and give you what the facts are and see what your reaction to that will be. So that, to me, was not the way to plan the debate, and whoever did that and agreed to that really should think about what they're doing.
Biden's people are the one that made the rule for the damn debate, Jim Clyburn. You bootlicking so hard, you not even know that. Well, you know what? Maybe he didn't know that because, see, people keep talking about he's got the highest ranking position over there. That lets you know that they don't talk to the niggers like they do the white folks. His people made up the debate rules, Jim Clyburn. I guess they didn't give you that memo, huh? I guess you didn't see that, did you, huh? Sitting up here whining about them debate rules. His people made the rules. There's nothing you gonna do to spin this to the American public that's got any damn sense. Now, you still got some fools running around. He was over-prepared. Okay, if he was over-prepared, Biden would have been sharp and on the ball with exact numbers, exact figures. They would have had to cut him off while he was still talking. That man wasn't over-prepared for anything but to take a damn nap. That's what he was over-prepared for. Let's let it continue.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was a debate agreed to by President Biden first, who proposed this debate. Should the president release his full medical records? Would that help?
Well, I think both of them should release this. The president going to release this? When has Trump released records? He's released a bunch of foolishness from...
Look how he paused and then immediately deflected. Well, I think both of them should release their records. She asked you about Biden, dog. That's what she asked you about. Let me tell you something, man. I'm so glad I don't have no bootlicks like this in my family because I would disown their ass if I did. I'm serious. I would not. There's no way I could walk around proud and say, yeah, that's my relative right there, bootlicking, book dancing symbol. I would have to disown your ass. I don't know. This is a disgrace to all our ancestors. It is. Can you imagine? But see, we're going to remind you of something else here coming up shortly here. Let's let this bastard get back to it.
2 doctors, one of whom is serving in the Congress now and is being challenged with his performance while being a doctor in the White House. One called his prescription the candy store. No, I think that everybody should be judged by the same rules. So I don't know anything about either one of them's records. Without doing this, we know much more about Joe Biden's health records than we know about Donald Trump, and nobody is asking for it. If anybody displays...
You know what else we know, Catfish Clyburn? Boy, he damn sure look like one right here, boy. You know what else we know about Donald Trump? He was in his right frame of mind during that debate. That we clearly know that he had his right frame of cognizance about him, okay? That's for everybody to see. There's no way for anybody that's honest and truthful to say that Donald Trump, during that debate, wasn't the most cognitively functioning one out of the 2 of them. There's no way to say that and be telling the truth.
Off-the-wall stuff. It was right on display for us in that debate the other night. Joe Biden has a history of stuttering. He did that as a child. All of us know how stutterers operate. I went to school with one.
That was more than stuttering. That man couldn't even remember what he was saying. He couldn't. That was more than stuttering. Boy, look at how he keep trying to spin this. White people aren't even trying to spin this shit, man, in your own party. And you gonna sit here, oh, it's the faithful Negro. I was a total line master. Ridiculous.
So when you have trouble getting out a word, that is what comes from stuttering. But when he expressed opinions, he was on the money with the opinions. He may not have gotten the word out, but the thoughts were great.
You said on Friday, sir, quote, I am a Biden-Harris person. I'm going to be for Biden if Harris ain't there, and I'm going to be for Harris if Biden ain't there. Does that mean that if, I know you don't think he should, but if the president did step aside, it should be Kamala Harris who is the nominee, full stop?
I'm for Biden-Harris in this campaign, and I will look at, I'm sure Biden won't be there the next time, which means Harris might be. That's for the next election.
I want to quickly give you the opportunity.
Let me tell you something right now. When these politicians approach you and you having a dialogue with them, if they answer your question by deflecting away from what you're saying, go ahead and bid them adieu. Be like, have a good day. Don't waste my time. Because if you ask somebody a straight question, they should give you a straight answer. That's something else we're going to have to stop these people from playing with us when they do it. Because see, look, let me tell you something. When these people, they look campaign style, run across me and ask me questions, I'm their worst nightmare. Because I'm like, if we're going to have a conversation, I'm not the silly Negro that you're going to dance and clown around. I have a stone face. I'm like, oh, you come to talk business. Okay, let's talk about it then. And I get straight to brass tacks. Don't you play with these people. I'm not cordial. I'm not friendly. If you come to me talking business, we can save all the cordiality for afterwards. You sitting down at the table talking business about politics or anything that affects your future and your community and your family, leave the jokes alone. We ain't got no joke. I'm not here to joke with you, okay? And that's what I want y'all to start letting these people know when they come talking to you about politics. Because, see, they'll pull that crap that Jim Clyburn just pulled with Dana Bash long face ass. And this woman asked him a direct question. He started trying to slither around and deflect. I'm like, oh, no. You're not worthy of my vote if you can't give me a direct answer to my direct question. Let's let it continue.
To respond to something that Donald Trump said on the debate stage about undocumented immigrants, rather.
They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs.
What's your reaction to that?
As Joe Biden has been talking about this, he mentioned it the other night, Donald Trump is being Donald Trump. He has a very, very, very low opinion of people of color. Black, brown, whatever color. He has a low opinion of black people. He's demonstrated that all of his life.
Oh, no. You're not going to just say Trump. You got a low opinion of black people. And we're going to prove that in just a few seconds. You got a low opinion of us, Clyburn.
And I would like to hear from some of his black supporters why they will not have these discussions about what this man has done to black women, what this man has done to young black youth, and what he has done to his own.
Oh, see, boy, they had the wrong one up there talking to him because, see, if I could have possessed Dana Bash's long face ass, I'd be like, okay, you said Trump did things to us by what he said, because that's what he talking about, stuff Trump said. Show me the policy on the equivalent level of the 94 crime bill that Donald Trump enacted while he was a president. Show me that. Because that's doing something to us. I don't give a shit what nobody say. If your words don't have the power to affect my community, then you just talking at that point. If your words can't cost me blood or money, I don't care what you say. Now, when your words start to cost me one of those two things, oh, now that's a different story altogether. Now we're finna have to neutralize a threat. But if your words can't do either of those two things, I don't care about you saying words. All I care about is, are you going to do what's in my best interest? If you asking for my vote, what are you exchanging in exchange for my vote? What are you giving my community? See, that's the question she should have asked. Like, prove it. Show me the policy that Donald Trump had. Don't tell me what he said about somebody. Let's see that. Let me show you why this is insulting to black people. They're basically trying to tell you that a man, Joe Biden, who has actual policy going back decades that has mass incarcerated our people, said some of the most racist shit ever. They talking about what Trump said versus what he did. Basically, you supposed to be a little kid. Oh, he talking about you. He said to him about you. I don't give a fuck what you said. We're grown people. Don't come over here talking to us like we're children. Clyburn. Let it continue.
Businesses when it comes to black people. I've talked to Reverend Sharp, and he told me he's been in and out of his businesses and never has seen a black person in any of them. How do you just give this man a pass on all of that. Compare his hiring records to Joe Biden's hiring records, and then that ought to give you some indication of what it would be going forward.
Oh, we know you like that because he hired your punk ass. Yeah. But see, let's talk about it though, Clyburn, since you worried about Trump's hiring records. Who you hiring in the black community up there in South Carolina? Are you hiring black people, that young black people especially? Huh? Well, what are you talking about doing about it? Are you bringing economic tangibles to black people up there? Are you, Clyburn? Because from what I understand, that's not what's going on. Oh, I'm pretty sure our good brother Greg Marcel Dixon would tell you all about what he's not doing up there with the facts and numbers to prove it. Let me tell you something, man. They better hope that the black grassroots does not mobilize and get nationwide people like our good brother Greg Marcel Dixon in these political offices and support them 100%. Because see, that's the thing. If we have our riders like brother Greg Marcel Dixon doing the work out here on the pavement, going forward, doing whatever needs to be done, trying to come up with different innovations and solutions to help our people, got to make sure that you support those people, okay? Because that's a hard task to do that. That's a heavy load to carry. But when a person says, okay, I'm going to sacrifice my time, my energy, even my own personal finances, those people need help, man. Those are the people that have proven that they're for the community because they're of the community, people that we know who they are. You know what I'm saying? That it's not somebody that just was chosen for us. And then they be like, hey, you black people vote for this person. No, we know who these people are that we choose on the grassroots. That's the difference versus somebody just pop out of nowhere and it's a damn tether, get in office like Barack Obama, then start telling us what we shouldn't have. Let's let it continue.
So what he said the other night about black jobs meant to me that there are certain jobs for black people and there are certain jobs for white people. There are certain jobs for white people and there are certain jobs for non-white people. And these people coming in will be taking those jobs that are for non-white people, never mind them being a threat to those jobs for the rest of us.
See, old Jim Crow, Joe, Jangles, Bangles, Catfish Clyburn, because that's exactly what I'm going to call him, CC. Catfish Clyburn. He was running around talking about the black jobs coming, black jobs. Okay. If you didn't like Trump saying black jobs, don't we need black jobs? Because black jobs and black businesses, are you creating those? You should be creating them up there, old Clyburn. As long as you've been in power up there, what black jobs have you created? But see, he said that Donald Trump has a low opinion of black folks. Oh, really? Boy, talk about the catfish calling the nugget fried. Oh. Family, how many of y'all remember this? Oh, yeah, we finna take a trip down memory lane.
What you say? You want to know if you support reparations? I'm sorry? You want to know if you support reparations? I support reparations, but other than that name, y'all need to learn what reparations is. Y'all keep talking about a word. It means to repair. It's cash payment for all. Hell no. You never get it. Why not? That's why we need your support. You got a lot of power. You will never get it. You have a lot of leverage. Let me ask you a question. You get our support. We've been dedicated to you for a very long time. Will you listen? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. If you are mulatto and you are allowed to get an education, and this person is not allowed to get an education, how will you measure which one to do what? I was allowed to get an education, but I'm still. That's not the point. You're talking about the law. You're talking about the law. You're talking about my law.
See, when he first put this bullshit talking point out, I wish the brother that caught him would have hit him with this. Clyburn is very simple. You know, how would you judge between a mulatto getting this? Okay, if one of those parents is a foundational black American freedman and this mulatto person was born here, you are classified as black and you are of our lineage. It's easy to determine who gets reparations. See, if y'all run up on them, you have to be prepared. And let them know, oh, it's not complicated. Oh, no, as long as the 1870 census and others exist, oh, we know how to trace our lineage back. And that's just one way. There's multiple ways to determine who's eligible for reparations. All this, how would anybody get it? How do you know who gets what? Oh, no. It's very simple. It's very simple. It's the same way that you figured out how to give all these illegal aliens our tax dollars. That's another way, too. It's not complicated at all. Let's let it continue.
White, whose grandfather was white, and therefore her mother could get educated, but her daddy was African and could not get educated. How do you measure that?
But Africans get educated now. You support Africans getting educated right now.
We're not living in Africa.
You living in America.
Okay. I know you got more sense than I got. I understand that.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, he tried to hit him with that razzle dazzle, with that whole drawn out non sequitur. But I would have just drilled down. I'm like, oh, it's very simple. If he's of foundational Black American freedman lineage, then that person is eligible for reparations if they were born here. Simple as that. But see, now we got to deal with this rabbit tether coon who's of Caribbean heritage, Byron Donald's here. Oh, y'all didn't know. Y'all didn't think I was going to let him off the hook. Oh, I know you didn't think I was going to let him off the hook. Oh, no. Let me tell you, Raggedy, tell the class something, okay? And I said, tell the class. You, at this juncture and hour of our history, you are making a powerful enemy. My lineage is not going to forget this. These goofies like him jump up, and I'm talking to those of you that don't say anything and challenge them, like, hey, man, listen, that's disrespectful. We wouldn't even be over here if it wasn't for the foundational Black American freedmen brothers and sisters. What you up here telling them they shouldn't have, see, this is what I want to see. Those that are not of our lineage, en masse, need to be telling him, have you lost your damn mind? We wouldn't even be over here if it wasn't for them. How you going to stand up and tell them what they shouldn't have? Huh? We don't see it yet in large numbers, but that's okay. That's all right, because see, what's going to happen, especially with Gen Z coming up, they're not going to forget that, okay? They're looking around at all these different things. And see, this is why I'm telling you something that I hope happens, even though it's going to be, a blow to some of the younger ones in Gen Z. Go ahead and ban TikTok if you want to. Please do it. Oh, I can't wait till they do it. Please do it. You want to mobilize them to come out in droves against everything you supporting? One thing I've noticed about Gen Z, and it's a good thing if channeled in the right direction, they're very vengeful. I like that. Oh, that's not something to discourage. I encourage it. I just want it channeled in the right direction with organization. You want to mobilize them to vote against you? Start messing with their money, basically, is what I'm saying. Or they're not with you touching their bag now. And that's exactly how they're supposed to be. I just want that mindset to extend towards policy that goes far beyond the here and now. See, that's the main thing that we must start doing with our young, Black, bright minds that we have. Train them to not just think about the here and now, but to think about what's going to happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now, setting themselves up where the things that they own, operate, and control, they can keep that into their community's possession instead of selling out, okay? That sellout crap, you can't hold no power if you're always giving your power to somebody else, okay? But I want y'all to get ready to study this. I'm going to play this, and we're going to be stopping this to analyze what this Buck Dancing Sambo had to say at this recent meeting he was at here, and this was held in Fulton County, Georgia. Let's get into
it. And Trump. Dr. King said at the tail end of his life, he said, we're going to Washington to get our check. You understand? So now, what is your position on reparations?
Thank you. Great question. Thank you. If we could all be quiet and let them answer. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll be direct. First of all, I'll be direct with you. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear the Jim Crow stuff. Listen, I'm gonna be direct with you. I don't believe in reparations. I don't. Well, then you don't.
Let me say something to the bastards that get into these little political positions, because see, Republicans, this is where you're going wrong at. You picking those like him to jump up and talk about what we don't have or we shouldn't have and what he don't believe in. We don't need you to believe in a damn thing. That's a debt that's legally owed to my lineage. You don't have to believe in that, sir. We don't go down to Jamaica and CARICOM and telling your people what we don't believe they should have. They wouldn't stand for it, and rightfully so. We're going to have to tighten up and put a stop to that. And see, this is why I'm telling young black people again, you should be highly offended when you hear a Byron Donald say something like that, because this man is playing with your livelihood and your future. He's playing with the debt that's owed to your ancestors, those of you who are foundational Black American freemen, young men and women, okay? Let's let it continue, because he's not done yet.
The black community. I will tell you, brother in the hat with the glasses on, that's not true. What I will tell you is that there's a question if you're going to get into the full economics of reparations right now. Question number one, of all black people in the country, how many of them are actually descendants of slaves? Because you've had...
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. Just like I said earlier in the broadcast, the 1870 census tells us who we are. And then even if we didn't have that, we know who our family members are. See, they keep trying to throw that out there because where he comes from, they probably can't trace who their family members are. They didn't get together for family reunions. They don't have family photo albums and things of that nature. Well, that's their problem. My lineage does, okay? We know who we're related to on both sides of our family. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And if what we don't know, we got to watch this. Family, how many of y'all right now in this chat room got that one elder or auntie, cousin, uncle, or whatever that you can go and ask and they can sit down and, well, baby, sit down, let me talk to you. Using kin to so-and-so over here on your mama's side, you know what I'm saying, twice removed on this side, they can just go down the line telling you who all your relatives are, where they're at, where they moved from, okay? I mean, see, these people don't understand it. We understand who our family members are. We're not confused on anything. So that's the first answer to this question. Let's let this book dance and tether continue.
A lot of immigration over the last 100 years in America, of American slavery. There was slavery in the Caribbean. The one brother came up, he said that he's first generation, the brother in the Congo, because his
That's another thing we got to go ahead and shut down when we start talking about what we're due here for American chattel slavery. There's no need to tell us that there was slavery in the Caribbean and slavery in Africa. That's not the government that enslaved us. We're talking about the United States government. Look, that's what you got CARICOM for. You need to go take your issue up with them. Don't come telling us talking about, okay, well, it was slavery over here. No. We're citizens of this country. We're dealing with this government that sanctioned the slavery on our people. All that, what about this? What about that? No. That's not on our plate. We're dealing with what's on our plate right now, okay? That's the issue we're dealing with. And I want brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, in the continent, to get their reparations. I do. You're going to have to tackle the appropriate government, though, because, see, we're not a part of CARICOM. They're not including us in that. Now, I'll tell you what would be a dope thing. This is what I would honestly like to see. I would like to see a movement like a CARICOM or what have you, where everybody, no matter what lineage we're from, on a collective scale, because, see, you would need the local governments of these places to get behind this idea. I hope I live to see it, but I'm not going to hold my breath. We're going to continue doing what we need to do here. But here's my idea. Every lineage that was enslaved, all black people in global black diaspora should be helping each other get their reparations in their respective countries. If you're not eligible, instead of you saying, okay, I'm going to be a stumbling block to you here, say, hey, nah, bro, I'm going to help you get these reparations, man, over here because that's the right thing to do. And then I know I can count on your support back home where I'm from when I go and try to get mine. That's how it should work. That's what you call a global black family. But see, unfortunately, we don't have that yet. And until we do, my lineage has to focus on handling business here. I would love to see it. These bastards deserve to pay to what they done to black people globally. Okay? But see, you can't have what I just said there and what I stated if you don't have brothers and sisters that are on code. It is so disrespectful to come over here and try to pull this crap that he's pulling here. Let's let it continue.
His parents came from Jamaica. My grandmother is from Jamaica. So my grandmother is Jamaican. I know exactly what you're talking about. My mother was born in the United States. I'm born in the United States. So this is a fundamental question. You a black man, I'm a black man. Am I eligible for reparations right now? I would say the answer is no, I'm not. Because my family is from Jamaica. My father's Panamanian. His grandparents were born in Panama. My father immigrated to the United States. So does that make me eligible? So you got to go through all.
Not only does that not make you eligible, it also makes you unqualified to speak on foundational Black American freedmen business and be dictating to us, talking about what you don't believe in and what you won't support. How dare you? That's how we got to start looking at that. How dare you sit your little tether ass up here, full-blown immigrant, anchor baby at that, and then try to tell the people that's been here long before your family, Johnny come lately, got here talking about what we shouldn't deserve to have. The audacity of this. But see, I'm going to tell you something that, like Byron Donalds, you let these white folks pump that smoke up your ass, talking about you so much better and you not like them. When they get finished using you and throw your ass to the curb, don't look to my community to support you. We're going to remember what you said here, and we're going to repeat that back to you when you, hey, we all black. Oh, no, we're not. You're Caribbean. That's right. You're Caribbean. And you oppose what's in the best interest of my people. Now, since I'm in my right frame of mind, I don't call people that do that a brother or a sister. You can go straight to hell. Or if you don't want to go there, okay, you can go jump back over there with your folks because you're their Negro, okay? That's where you belong. Let's let it continue.
That's step one. Step number two, slavery under federal law was ended in 1865. The Jim Crow era ended, obviously, with the 64 Civil Rights Act, the 65 Voting Rights, etc. The fundamental question is, you've now had 3 generations of black people come up in the United States. As a black kid today, does he get reparations?
You damn right he does, because no matter how many generations removed from anything we are, our lineage is still our lineage on this soil. See, the more these idiotic tellers talk, the more insulting they get, and then they try to talk to us like we don't have any common damn sense. Your lineage is your lineage. And see, watch this. I'm going to show you something. Take that same argument he just used and take it down there to his people in CARICOM and tell them that stupid shit. Well, you know, there's been 3 generations born since what happened to you during colonization. Does a kid down here in Jamaica or Haiti today get reparations? You see how stupid that sounds when you put that shit back on them? They know damn well they wouldn't stand for that. And we're not going to stand for it either. Let's let it continue.
Third question. Hold on now. Third question. You got a lot of other people in the United States. Asians. Are they responsible for the cost of the slave trade? No.
Yes, they are. If they immigrated their funky asses over here while we was enslaved and benefited off my ancestors' labor, you owe too. Because if we went to another country and they decided to pay out reparations for what was happening, we can't say, hey, you can't give my tax dollars that. No, you brought your ass over here. You gonna pay. You gonna help pay the debt. And it's the government that's gonna be paying the debt from the taxes too. So yes, every one of them that came over here are responsible.
Because they're of Asian descent, people of Indian descent, people who are Hispanic in the United States, the largest growing population in the United States, and of course the dominant population is still the white population. But even in that, it's not just Southern whites that were plantation owners from their grandfathers. So if you're going to talk about reparations today, what you're talking about is taking money from other Americans, which quite rightly the
See, let me go ahead and shut that bullshit down. First and foremost, where was punk ass Byron Donalds when they started shelling all this money to Ukraine, the illegal aliens coming over here? You see what I'm saying? It's never a problem until it's time for my lineage to get what we're owed. Owed, not just a handout. It's not a damn handout. This is a legally owed debt that needs to be settled. And the tab is steady running. You gonna pay now? Or you gonna pay later? And trust me, they're gonna pay. Oh, they're gonna pay. And shout out to the elders up there in Tulsa that decided to appeal that Supreme Court decision. Let me tell you something. Those elders are over 100 years old and they not giving up. You think I'm gonna quit? Oh no, that just poured fuel on my fire. Salute to them and may God bless their souls for that. Because those demons denied their reparations claim and they still fighting to get it. So if they hadn't given up, I'll be damned if I'm gonna quit. And I'm nowhere close to their age. This disrespectful son of a bitch gonna sit up here talking about what he don't believe in and what we shouldn't get. Nah. See, we gonna have to get to a point where they can't even get close to no political office. And we got the power to stop that from happening too. Now you might say, well, GBS, how do you figure that? This is where it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. There's more young people in this country. Get on code, choose the best and brightest of you, and we support our own candidates to the point that they can't put these people in office no more. You understand what I'm talking about? At least on this level where he is, this should be completely unacceptable and offensive to anybody that hears him sitting up here talking like this. Because see, he won't go talk like this to his people. He won't go talk like this to no Jewish person. He won't go talk like this to no member of the white LGBTQ community. He won't go tell them what they shouldn't have. And see, everybody, see, I wish I would have been here. I didn't know this was going on. If I would have got in there, oh boy, you already know. But once the shark entered the chat, it's on. I'm chewing everything up, and I wouldn't have cursed at him or said nothing. I've been talking to him, asking logical questions. He would have got mad and either had to leave, or they would have been like, oh, well, you got to leave, man. And good luck trying to escort me out my city anywhere. Nah, that's not going to happen. My family is very well connected. If I decide to come into place and speak, nah, you'll leave before I do. I promise you that. Oh, I promise you that. If I had known where this was and it was access to the public, oh, yeah, I would have loved to get in there and challenge that bullshit. But see, a lot of times when they start razzle-dazzling, that's what I call it, a lot of our people are not prepared to give a proper rebuttal. This is why we try to train you on how to do that over in New Black Media Spaces. He was really lit off light when you really analyze all of this, but we're going to let this jackass finish up here.
Pain and the toil that did happen in America through slavery, through Jim Crow, but now you're asking Americans today and in the future to pay that bill. Is it that bill? Is it their bill, Americans today, to pay? I'll ask you a slightly different question.
Yes, it's their bill to pay because every company in America that's over 100 years old was founded off the backs of my ancestors with slave money. We were the first stocks and bonds in this country. You damn right. If you benefiting off of that illegal stolen wealth, that illegal stolen time, that illegal stolen blood, sweat, and tears, you damn right you owe. And if it was white America that had been through that, they would be saying the same thing. They wouldn't be like, well, you know, that was so long ago. They cry about minor inconveniences. Look at how they was acting during the pandemic when they couldn't get a haircut, whining and crying all the damn time. The weakest bunch of people ever. That's why I be telling young black people, don't you ever look at these people like they're superior to you. So no, Byron Donalds, they do owe, and we're going to make sure we collect on that debt.
It's not reparations. It's about Joe Biden's student loan bailout. And I'm not going off, but it's a comparison point. 2/3 of the American people did not go to college. Is it okay for Joe Biden to say, well, we're going to forgive student loans, even though 2/3 did not go to college? It is now the debt burden of the 2/3 of the American people that did not go. I will tell you the answer is no. People may not like that, but that's the reality. And brother, I want to be respectful of you because I understand the reparations argument.
You can't be respectful. Everything you said has been disrespectful. See, that's something else I want young black people in particular to stop letting people do. When somebody disrespect you, don't let them flip around and say, well, I'm trying to be respectful. No, you're not. That's an oxymoron. Once you start with disrespect, you can't walk it back, okay? Recognize who your enemies are.
But we are now more than 150 years from the Emancipation Proclamation. We are easily 80 years from the end of the Jim Crow era. Who now? I just addressed it. I said no, and now I'm giving my answer. And here's the thing. So here's what I'm going to say, and I want to thank you for your service. Because what's coming up.
Oh, don't you do that. Don't thank nobody like me for my service, and then you're going to turn around and speak ill of what my lineages do. Fuck you and everything that you stand for. Oh boy, that boy, I didn't catch that part until now, believe it or not. Oh, y'all know that those fighting words with me. Oh boy, I'm the old combat vet that I take that shit serious. Don't do that. Disrespectful bastard. You better be glad I went in there, old boy. I would have had to check his.
It's taking you too long to answer. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want Vice President Harris to talk about Venn diagrams and then tell you, yeah, okay, yes? Is that what we're gonna do? Do you want Joe Biden to not even be able to answer your question because he won't get into the details of this? Because the reality is you have a lot of people who will throw out talking points because it sounds good, because they want your vote, but they're not going to do what's necessary to make sure that you're successful in this country.
The nerve of that damn tether. That's why I had to put that damn T on his head, little rabbit, buck dancing tether coon. Let me tell you something, Byron Donalds. That little crap that you pulled right there, I'm going to be looking out for you the next time you come down here. Because you see, they slip under the radar. They know that when they come to places like Atlanta, they kind of just do it real fast, quiet, without announcing anything. Because we got grassroots down here that actually show up, okay? Don't think for a second that we don't have people that'll challenge that down here. It's just hard to catch their ass. They slip in and slip out before anybody really knows what the hell is going on. But that's okay. We're going to find out when the next time you're coming down here. Some of us going to be wanting to have a word with you, brother. Damn brother of mine. Family, I think I made my point here tonight. Let me tell you something. Let me close with some words of encouragement to all of you that listen to the sound of my voice, even if you're not of my lineage, okay? When you are well organized, when you are well informed, when you're on code, and when you actually are thinking about more than just what's good for you, but you're thinking about what's good for the future of your people, which are the youth of any group, that's where your power lies, okay? Don't you ever let anybody deter you from that type of thinking, and get around like-minded people, whether it's online or offline, and build from there, okay? Everybody can't do everything, but everybody can do something. That's something I wholeheartedly believe, and that's something I make a practice of. So with that said, family, I thank everybody that contributed to the broadcast. I want you to always remember we are a great and mighty people. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The next time that these politicians approach you talking about asking for anything, start hitting them with this and put this into the lexicon. If you do not come to the table discussing what my agenda is and what my community's needs are, you're going to get political punishment. That's it. Salute to you, Black first, and I will see you all in future content.